be say almost done hwe na yemfa program no enhye ase we dey mo fa che pa na de asem kese na asie enuti ene ba asa no but enu so huya say betimi aba nse bia bibi nti ene ba ne sa ba ye pa mo chewo no na ye kan so say covid-19 cases ase say Ghana yensa aka no asan huri ekoso bio say Ghana ne nam empim num ahensia ene aduasa ewotwe 5638 ya no mehu Enunti ni akwakofa presidential advisor on health yera Dr. Nsiasare opening kesi awaye adwuma mfie bebre se doctor ni asan akwakwa chief executive konfo anoche aban ya asabia asan akwakwa ye adwuma wa abamu na sese kura de abankasie no mu ankasa ene ono ma mpadito etunofo efa apomude ehonsem so ene ebebusa ne sem no acheche mu se bibidi ye ne yenye ni ye ena covid-19 cases no ekoye ni mu ana yera doctor fo akese ewo America so omoye Ghana fo ma ebe twetwe nkomo ahwe say dey no omoye na America ya bia ebetimi esua wo mu so America kra de ekosua den ne kra de so wo mu cases kra de ya agensem ewo America ho no ma Ghana kra bo ho modin echen America sanso enene ye be kwakwa eye nwumaku a ya eye covid-19 cases e ha wo mu se enche kra e ba bebie airport no me ade o ya make say domestic flights kra start eye adwuma ekokumase tamale eneta kra de ni ade ahu kwanche ben ene wo ho se ebesre ya ho ansa no akotena premu na isi ya betete ntem wo premu a se ne ebeye no ye betwa plane ticket edoso anasesen ye ne aviation minister ebetwetwe nkomo me ya hwesem nyina se de ensem no etie sanso ne ne lawyer fo ebetwetwe nkomo ne ewo critical issues so am ya hwese ye ra mate amedu asem kraba a te se no ye nyenya nchiremu ewo court te bia wutifie wonya lawyer ntie ka pututu wonti ase lawyer Martin Pebu beba ha no ma aba be cheche ni nyina mu ache de mra ne che pa wasate mu no na wotwe yonu se nipa me ensa ye de wo makwa akoto jail ya wo me NDC aba mu mpanifo NCA na no wo me ye adwuma wo me so wo makwa akoto mfidie bi ye de Pegasus machine e de ama national security na amfamra kwan so se de court de aba betu dwa no amedu baby ye rabafo bone ya ye bo che makra kogina court na ansa no court kra ko bie na ko pa cho se no kra so wo me ye bone esan ye no kra so no asan nya mfaso wo sa deal na wo mkoye ho $200,000 court ne de no kotu mu na edu court no an lawyer for so we di wo sere sa confession ne YouTube no ye bi na bank wo fa nto nchen court se da sa na enima nyina eye hunehuna na MPP for ye anase ye no kra unim se ate dada se empanifo aka se we die ebe se covid-19 no ho sensem eba na MPP for per diversionary tactics e de aba ebi so say we chanting ni nyina e critical issues e na ebe kan wase follow live e wo UTV Ghana for adwenche ene eye wo questions ananse musa ebra na fa ye ntwetwe enkomo ne ehwe ensem no se de etie ye fa me fe okua Dr. Nsiasare e wa dog anope mo achi anope fa che so se ya che
na pem se me na me
ene de o ba tempa ene ya sha sentem ya da so na dog se boko de
e me da ron e bia boko
say covid-19 cases na kwa ko do 5638 ahomachi ya o na new update e buy dog mo na mo manage na de mu di fi 2 ye manage 4 ye manage 100 ye manage ne call lockdown na ye lift lockdown mo hwe de ko ti mo management ni ana de na ko so dog
yo mi chia mo hwe ne etiefu nyina management no onim say opa o ye country bi opa on test kura if you want to see unhunu obi on say sha ase no African country bi umbusa na say adan na African countries nyina nya bie na o de onya bie ena minister na sere ena say ye nya bi because ye test obi a ti one test obi a unhunu na bi obi kura yare na obewu a na one test na unhunu so ye covid-19 na so ye covid-19 enti the woman say the more you test the more you see na de wo mu amane ye Ghana for ye shase no yewra president di anim kai ena ye kan se o se wo epidemic na se pandemic ba ye wo preparatory phase no boaboa ho ti ye se China for anya bie no na ye boaboa ho ba ewia se obi enu ho boaboa no esi e wo epidemic ti wo free preparatory phase no free mu a je se wo ye e ba de na abaye he na abaye test wo ye test he na ni pa kwakoguo odi ni pa kwakoguo ho ade na ebesie se ekosora e friend upsurge na de na abaye ni nyina na wo de prepare na wa form emergency operation center e friend UOC na wo de nkofo mo nim de ne ye development partners nyina abam na fe mo ha se ye meeting e prepare ti uye na onya case a e nya first case 12 March, 2 cases first March, na. Then after we call a strategic phase. Tigana you call strategic phase, no. The car and say you be use tracing. Tracing is say obi nya bia na say hu so obi nya bia e kwakọ hwe obi one na hie bia e be say use testing ti e be test obi a wanya bibia na test nipa no a wonya bi no a edi na kire nso na wo e be test wa be positive no na yi e de wakọ ha ba bi ada so be isolation center na so be self quarantine self isolation wo fie ana say wo be treatment center ti sa nneema me say friend 3 T's
okay
ena ye de ye adwuma. In terms of now, President Kasa, your man, and 9th address, and okay, the more you test, the more you see. O test here, Obuhunu. It in a tears is you know, if any pabe, it do crania test you more. Now you hunu bia, a debabe kahun. Into figure na yenya 5,000, saying 5,638. A year, but for a kind of cumulative figure.
That's saying
cumulative figure, and say, a shall see a year be, you know, every 12 March, no. Anna. Embassy staff will be ka ho no sankofo ne aka o mu da bia abepem ne ene emu aduonu ngotwe nyame abefa o moko tinip oti aduonu ngotwe free 638 manaka 5,610
okay tini nyina aka ho
tini nyina aka ho nipa 5,610 no etigana ha pi ehun atom ukoda hospital ana say wo isolation a wudi na otwemienu na yeyu ya ma odro ni say uda hospital na oyare no kofom na otwemienu ya test ba ko di kan ya test ba ko di mienu etoso mienu na uni virus no bi ohunam a na ya kache say we recovered obahwa na nkofo ye na mo recovery rate so ze nyame ncha de recovery rate no edu 1460 ye won nkofo be about 1500 so wo hwa ye twa wo mu ni aye wo mu second test na kese wo mu abeka ho enti nipa
for be 1400
about ye 1400 say
no mo ho ato mo
me wo ayere mu say ye wo be nipa be apem a wo mo so o ye be yi on na nsen abia nora na me hwe TV enkofo adu mu call Pentecost center ho no na emu be dabre about almost nipa be about 300 or so e ho atoma na o mu kofia na o mu ni age e chiachi ankofo na o ba ye no o mo ho na o mo so yura ho kakra say I say ya choko isolation center I say ya la code down or isolation center ho no ba ni nyina ni ye mu ntra enti nipa 5,000 nkofo hu na ye 5,638 ye wo na obusa me question say ye strategy no ye adwuma na say ye adwuma e ye adwuma pa ama nkofo be
to other places on for instance
Senegal one test ye uhunu
but Senegal
Nigeria
do be to no enhyehyɛ so kyerɛ so omo test pa
omo so test South Africa test pa Mauritius test pa Djibouti omo ye nkuro nketenkete omo test kakra bia na ekosoro
okay
afei na lot of Nigeria for so ahia say omo so be ramp up omo test no say omo hu say opese o ye test na he maako a kyerɛ wo mfidie nte say the Germany for e wo bi ne UK for no wo bi no say wo ko Germany see almost every hospital e wo PCR machine bi and omo hospital so doors omo private ones nti omo de omo gina street bi kra ehu a na ebusa test da na take particulars omo file license omo swap a na ya ma omo de test results bebra no ma take sample no car no mu a omo hye ntare ne gina ho o hwe chana sesi a omo san ha se area testing kofo ti ya no ba se obi hye yi muduru ha obi hye nsa hye mu no akogina ho no test no okọ ti o test sa na ohunu kofo owo bi na wa yi omo edi omo co isolation center na se obetuma tani fie watu no fu oni fie menye se na nipa kro no kese onfan saa obi na otwemienu no
okay
saa efiri 2 days ekopim 14 days no ene ka sa omo ye infective
okay
ti yare no ye yare bia
infective ni kese obetimi dia amodi
saa obi
okay
de ma yare we hu ne se a sign call for p which a sign call for p abra
wo kra
wani na ho so na de sign call for no ti hu sa nipa kro no uyi no na de ko isolation na say wo no o chechire mu na o timi isolate no ho na ye say adwuma no o ye kosoro
but dog de wo ka say mu ye na mo isolate nipa ne ade nkofo so wo cases baby a wo mche so mo African Health Service we ye suspect no mo mra be isolate no mo ma me in fact me no ka say Gulf City Police Station there's a convict obi a ye ne call court a court ebua no fo o ya ba mu akra onu ba bia but court ebua no fo ye ne beto cell ho be se na wotwe mienu ko miensa nie e na omo hu se wa test positive was test first and foremost omo started so suspecting no kra no a omo frɛ obi anhye da ma afa chire no omo bae omo tested no positive no oda o police ho
one and suspected no
na so omo hwɛ ne symptoms bia police for ni bi so omo frɛ Ghana Health Service say eh obi wo ha say ni say yo because other inmates so koba
the American check police for no say unya inmate na o suspecting ne say obowa ne ho ayehye ebia wontimi homiye ne honam nyina ye ne yaisere wanya malaria bisa no obeka kire wo na ye police officer wo ha ye mfa ye suspect no ye de no ko hospital
okay na omde na ekọ no omunye infected nya wa na say o kan brofo bi
ana say wo hunu sa no frɛ na ye mefa no
na nye say problem so omo so omo frɛ a Ghana Health Service for no kra mantemo
and eminim because
there's a case a branch of Amsterdam on so be free mo e wa yi na oka initial cases omo wuye no eno so sa me ni na busu of kasa so omo frɛ ye no be ne na ansa so Ghana Health Service for ama to oba na na ehwe no akose
ofrɛ hwan
na Ghana Health Service number here mo say 112 obi
afrɛ 112 a ekɔ obi akora nye Ghana Health Service kora ambulance kora be fa ni abefa the time e kasa ne say say well ho na obi afrɛ doctor obu we ntem ha suspect no o suspect ne say
okay na ehunu
akwa say won nam ho no na wa suspect no ya hwe sa na obi abe suspect obi obi kro timi fie kra me ntu no suspect no ene ye stigma abeta yare ho unfortunately yare we yare bia em say ye this stigma abeta ho a ini say this stigma ta ho ko yare we enti say Ebola yare we enti say Lassa fever yade we sebe enti say yade a sinsan nkofo kire woni nipa kro no edi ahia de omo ne say ana ye hu ne say ebia na abrewa bia na akokora bia wo yare da dem wo fie na nipa kro no nyaaye no wo de akosan abrewa no na wono mom abewu na abrante ne ababa wa na say de no ho de no ete ho eno nti na ye ka da bia boda wuro say enema o so ye ti say obom mask kokoro mu yese because yare no virus no ni na ye nante nipa ene kofa no bafi ayete say nkofo bia omo de ensuo ba omo say ensuo no enante ma we na de ba me bo de ha na me ya advert ma o enti sa na yare we tie enti bia ye say obi dia ye mememe ye nya ne sa wo na so obo ho bai so obo mask why we hohoro wonsa also bibi mo onima o de sanitizer ye wonsa ne ma ye nsa na ne be yi but the na me ka ne say enti mu hunu se bia ekina e say no ye the reports no ba every day mo ana mo ka say afa ye chedodo ene ye be bada bia
okay
ti me de hia me ne say wo hwe
you go to me say no akra report me nu update me nu na ba yo
ba ko ba
awia no anopa ko mid morning
ene ye for 4 ene ye for 13th
okay
we ye 14th
okay
15th de be ba ne
okay
de tira ba ko no eche kakra 13th de ne che kakra ti na no ba awia na we ba na dwo no nti de aka ne say e ba ya na de aba ti say wo hwe difference na e ba ye no a 108 si ye kan yi pass na o say hwe no wo hwe difference e ba e free 12 to 13 for na 13th de no na difference ni 100 say 60 and 120 160 say na Sunday and a call for 400 and something.
And no na tema de no beka ho a factory de no
beka ho on Saturday Sunday na 160
then no free him boase
oboase de beka ho say Monday na call 400 and a call 283 and a call 260 and we and a day before no 120 we 108
okay
ti o hwe ni ya na ke say e baf e ke say you know daily you know say yes na ke say e swati kakra me nka say e bafom because so be busa question say ye duru peak so
o de say peak no kwa de atwam
musa conversation peak no bi me here peak because there will be wo ho a say boase de bae na spike kosoro
see you do 3000 ye nyina nim say ke peak no na tamade be kan ho
o ka 3000 o ka 3000 over the period
yes over the period
cumulative no de ba akokra be ka ho a graph no be kosoro
okay
ye ka spice yina daily one no daily one was a spike ko bia 400 na akọ ade konte cost 400 na aba form na obehu se eba form ane bia 108 na fe eba 90 eba 80 na fe for a long time e bia be 1 week and I say 2 weeks no ejina one afei na about intense afei na about once na afei you declare say virus no yetimi ebubu curve na da bia mo kan ye flatten curve no
mo flatten curve no
flatten the curve no say you need curve no kan ya flatten because flatten the curve no what 3 things ada say we for total number of cases na de be the vertical axis no na je say nipa no do so say de ye kan you say ye fa cumulative na say we for daily cases e ba no now anasa we for nipa do a e call hospital ko da hospital anasa nipa do a ewu flatten the curve e kan o mu kan nyina de bia e kan say ye pese ye hunu say nipa do a wa yare no emunka mfa your health systems e woso emunka mfa number of hospitals e won so emunka mfa number of beds e woso emunka mfa number omo apomodina adwuma fo ye adwuma so na je say even though cases no ba no yetimi hwe wom o hospital so for anyame ncha de won say wo hwe number of critically ill a won behia say nkofo begina won nchen won intensive care say entwa mu kura nko more than 8 meboa eno ade say na ye nipa dodo ho no ye a omo wa ye no ye 8 no kura ho no
enkofo mo condition dada
mo condition dada a omo yare a ke say ohia say nurse gina ne nchen nurse ba ko gina ne nchen make sure say ye bia de ventilator sin so say ba na ventilator ye de ventilator sin so obi gina ne nchen so mo na duro ene ye fe no intensive care unit bia o ventilator so intensive care unit in fact 8 no kura no minya musa ni ye say I don't believe so obi akra o ventilator so to be a 5 to be a 8 it end
for now the any pom obi no be any ventilator so
na no na minim say F5 no be any ventilator 8 afi na mebusa de timi nka but ye ni ni passe ebu nka mafa ye ventilator e wo so e Ghana no so but eno nchire
but dog baby aye ko ye nru ho de because oboase de mu ahu se beba factory te e watermai de mu ahu no se beba eno ti na me do call back to me question first one say mo manage no oboase de no mani na se beba
oboase de ye huni
mu huni
ye huni oboase de no say that time na your backlog oboase de na ba ebe last week Monday no twa mu no na your backlog on say okohwe oboase de no a test no results no ba ye no na edi be na otwemi no kura twem
sa
enye adano a ye hunu results no ade ene ba ye say be take samples no say de no ade ba ye e take no samples no ba no da bi omo efa nipa obi na nya bi e o factory ono no yare to call hospital omo test no ye positive ena ye busa na say nkofo a onu be di ehia nti wodi nipa be 100 and I think nipa 147 ma omo no na efa wa adwam ho to omo test oni hu say emu be 77 positive ti ho na ye ka say da bi eni adwamofo no ko hia ye ena omo di omo kese nyina 1300 da de aka na mana 1300 na kan ho ne test omo nya ne hu say another 553 also ye positive tinya even 553 no kwa omo ye be nearly 600 eti akohwe ho ye hunu de wo ho anti ene environment no ne ambient temperature enti na o say mabom mask iti mabom mask ne say o say high air condition room enti virus no timi tena air condition mu cold dry temperature atmosphere ene wotena mu wotimi tena mu che enti wo bom mask na ye say eninam hakura na betoto ebi e befo anim na ebe ka mehwene na bia afa yakota ma ya na che say enyame enti sana enti normally no wo ye we anti enim oboase de no say enso pakro no baaye no
every dog mba so che mama air conditioner say virus ntumi tena air condition
etimi tena air condition room because air condition room na mframa mfa ho a frama fada mu ho a e blow bibia akọ say mframa mfa ho a enena musa sana atiato table so na enti baby
ya adwuma studios ni ade ne ya kwa ya to risk mo
ya mo max to te ha no abo max se be ya wo so wo virus no bi kura wo emfa spread because wo kasa no da bia kasa bia no virus no quantity ba abontene bia virus no quantity ba abontene kase pa na se wo ho no wo wansi kase ba ko wom
na che se ne a pete kura
na pete wo bo waso a pete ana se wo to nyom continuously
okay wo to nyom ntina na sorry for the na musro ho no say sorry ni
be the no mu di nkomo say be yes bia sorry kra be ba because you have to go back to our normal life either we like it or not country bia be come back to normal life o here countries we say Germany ni ma o mu nyina ko slowly omo come back to normal. They also nya protocols ego kwemu. Say e pese asoro for ba de na ebeye. See e pese even trotro for any
normal
passenger de na ebeye because umpe trotro untimi nya sa social distancing. Chiro ka se trotro mfa nipa ba ko. Meet intim.
Ti di omo ye ni say anokrado typically en sheda nye social distancing.
They say the omo ye no social distancing a problem kakra wo cars in trotro ne you but
e bi kra so nye
yakese mo mask.
Okay.
Ti me ye trotro ni na say me kofa trotro a na me do na mo say obi mo mask trotro no mu a.
Eni say ofro.
Me mfo me twen na me dwuma match from say me nya car mai. So ti o ti taxi mu na taxi no driver no more mask and I say obi any mask obi wo no o more mask also bo mask no bi me isinka umbenya o senka omu DBCC lorry stations no omu di man ko fo bo ti eno be prevent eno ye one major thing okwa abonten also bo mask no two also baby a ebetimi aye very adequate social distancing no ba e wo ho so ye nsa hohoro ne sanitizer use ne amanema and most importantly no build immunity udidi ene aduane bi da wadawa kontommere kwansusu ne ade na wodi bi na wokọ enye ne nyina na yede bi aye take away ne fast food ne fried fish ne ne mane kokwa ya chichie ne ne mane ma no ti wo ye wenya na wokọ ani eti meka oboase de no so no nipa kro no baaye no be ma onso wodwom ti wono so ti ye na onso fa mu no hwere ne nkwa ti ye hwe ye testing no ehun say what signs and symptoms no bi no and o mu hu say in fact or the fear the immediate for no mu ni fear ni nyina em say nipa be there 17 no so are positive ti edwom fo no ene nkofo de o mu hie nyina no and o mu ye positive but eno so no na ye backlog e ma o mu test no se kakra ti tema test no kra ba ye no pi ba o mu ye sa no oboasefo no ya ade de o mu ye ne say o mu ka kire o mu say omo ansa na test ban obi an self quarantine the most of them no mun kudum most of them so tifie because omo say obetimi anya bi because nipa kakra obi na anya bi enti ena yesa tinye se bi a ya anya adwuma ni ye anase obi anya we ye na obi anya ye enti afuga
bebe so for say mo manage ni ye in fact o say na no na minority cry here press conference no mo yem hwehwe o say aban ya lock it down bra ye less than almost a little above near 200 po and I'm lock it down. Now, more the year managing year na everything is under control near there. In fact, almost had this walk crab or mind say, Mama, and go for false sense of security. So at the end yet, we're in a terrible situation. So much of that, and a year managing any
and for the case a minority for.
Oh, one press conference I held
the case go for Wuhan for students and I'm running tema yare about.
Almost at the time, no. Not risk in your high.
Sir,
na say at the time ni enya case wo Ghana
na risk ni nye high wo Ghana but na risk ni high e wo Wuhan
but no mo say who follow WHO protocols na ka betimi de o ma ba boko ya say
BNC o mo kasa no mo ye politics na risk ni very high wo China the reason ya re anye ye wo Ghana ha no e ye ade ye wo hwe figures na wo hwe nipa dodo so yare nipa dodo ewu say Ghana ha ni one of the lowest death mortality rates.
With even Nipa 28, say 28 no.
Per number of positives. Per Nipa nya bibi less than 1%, 0.4%.
Ghana.
I mean Nigeria. Nigeria 4.
Nipa ewu or
Nigeria. Me be chiro sisi a. Me hwe sisi a Nigeria nipa dodo ewu. So ye di ni nyina na ehwe. Ye mfa
because o ma kan e dey so bokra boy say for instance for the Ghana toto be na Senegal ho Senegal ye better job and Ghana to boy in fact so say na apart from minority class so for I said that you were not Bishop Kraba because say na watching o mo ka say nka ye lock down no si ye lock down wan kenye nie e na na no ye te ye na to forcing last week ya and then na watching na to forcing be ka say in fact o man pani kra na atena wa ye hwan ama virus bi aba ne constituency because nenu a o de ma ya ansa na o lock down no abrante ba ku free nkran ha e ba ne constituency e bet o de ahoti o no ba ho be fa girl be ye MC e wo bi abedi nto ase na o de virus bi ba ne constituency
the constituency no be so obi aba ho
there be say you o pa say enka o see enka typical plan na mo de adwuma e wo aman a mo ani abie ni say ye lock down ye lock o mamu ni nyina down say de bo obie ntumi nkoma Say the buy a left here, near lockdown and Casa. Afia, why Locasi be and cry ha? Kumasi, greater Kumasi, any tema, any caswana won't you honor, ya lock it down, the Akanya, ye lockdown. What's his son and can come back?
And you have to force an in call for one a cast, ebe local down, ye be Kungana for na, other neighbor looking for down, Omunia,
Omokasi,
Omokasa, do we?
See, be Kungana.
After ye be a lockdown, Imposagana for you, Mimpesa coho, Mammy Chloe, may but a
Cosinigana,
Nigeria, total cases, 5,450. Ghana, there 5,638.
As a year cry or more cases here in Nigeria,
maybe Nipado Dua. Oma recover with Nigeria. As at yesterday, 1,320, 1,420. Nipa ewu Nigeria, 171.
171.
Yes. Nipa ewu Ghana 28.
Ewa Nigeria.
Yes. Nipa ye test dodo aya ye ewa Ghana ha. Nti ye death rate, ye death per 1 million population. 0.9. Omu dey 0.9 because nipa no doso. Ye test aya ye dodo Ghana ha no eche Nigeria for there. Ye Nigeria for the
no no.
Yeah, in also Nigeria there 149 per 1 million population because almost South Africa. Omo cases. South Africa there.
More numbers.
Yes. More test.
South Africa, yes, Ghana and South Africa, any
test by Senegal. And then nipa 2,310.
Oh, we positive.
Positive. Nipa 25.
No.
NAU.
Okay, then that looks like Ghana.
Ivory Coast. Omanya 2017. Nipa 24 NAU. Sudan for one test take. Sudan for 1,964. Nipa 91 NAU.
Sudan.
Yes.
Omu case a hopeless case because omu a war-torn country. Omu afraid omu free. And to come aba.
Hini fambium.
South Africa.
South Africa, Meka South Africa there.
Okay.
Burkina Faso, Omonya nipa 780, 1,000 kra, nipa 51 NAU. 51. Zambia, 600 this nipa 7 NAU. South Africa way. South Africa.
South Africa now okay.
South Africa for there are more deaths than in Ghana.
There are more deaths in South Africa
than Ghana, yes.
Okay.
There are more deaths in South Africa than Ghana.
Yeah, but is Senegal not managing it? Say the Senegal for her or more so, and a area so no. Na minority for the say, or more born home than a chain. Because I said the SA managing fast and no, I cry in your PTFM. Na abantu ya ba ko so almost suspecting so a positive o me dey no isolation center kra ka say o me dey no isolation center na otwe mienu e ko test no pra ya mani bi de ohun ya no so mo hye nose mask.
Yes,
that is why a minority for no ka say say dey mo hwa ade no ho asem aka no enso ani papa asem de yare ni di agro na mo wi am san da Ghana for so eye bi nye hu enye hwe
ti de maka kire amanfo no o moti ase yare na enye the number of cases a wo hu number of cases a wo hu a wo be isolate wo number of cases a wo hu na wo be manage wo a emunka emumfa di pa so
okay
number of cases a wo be hu wo mu a wo be advise wo na enema wo de egu kwa mu measures de egu kwa mu say social distancing, hand washing, wearing of masks in my nyina yenye sa
eno no mo ka say questionable no
dey na questionable
say ye sa nyama we nyina no maye 100%. I would Ghana to amay awodo no a omo modern
Ghana is far better than even big countries like US and Yama like Italy. Unum say test no the way I fast way test yetimi test p no within our limited resources no WHO at the African countries in Ghana abesua de no Gucci for any cases here for ye no so akoye bi.
Okay.
Okay say nansan WHO for penipa insia oma abom homoden we yare ba ye. No say Ghana number 6.
Na Ghana number 6.
Number 6. There's a report. You can go and read the WHO report.
Enti
me hu de tira obi yese eno wi ba ne kuro mu ne ma nti untimi enye se obi ntu kwai obi nye we but the measures egu kwam
okay
measures de kwam no enye government we fa ba na say eye discipline
but one for so adwen yo mo say aban tumi enforce na ka so obi antena dem obi anhye mas ya Ghana fo yin nyina nim say ya so odene a ye nyina ye hu de course lockdown no kra enkofo ntie
do be say ye law say wa mo max ani uduru kwa ba na ya chiwo
na some of the assemblies in be cry regulation
good,
no mask no entry
and
so still
good assembly say no mask no entry we no mask no entry no so a we a na wa catch ni pakro say mask no so yesi bo no ebo ni yesu important
ehun obi a hye no a ye hye ni
yes ehun obi obo mask a we say obo ana ode ato ne eda ha nti ohunsi a bibia akwa abontene obo okura na mask ne da na ha o hye ni person mask ne da na enti ye ka we nyina no ekwan ofa so abebo mask
but doc is that not an indictment on mo part mo na mo te Jubilee House a mo manage yawe na se mo hu say enkrofo nye se de se fata na che se education no amo ye no ekoyie enkyerɛkyerɛ no nkoyie
efuyantina me no to aye nyina ye education no ye ese me ka say
na se mo ka kyerɛ doc
oh
because we say one of the issues na minority for raising say ahyase cry yawe ni bi meduru ha na nka wo se mo hyase ye nkyerɛkyerɛ na nka mo de nam van information centers mo de video any TV commercials advertising ade na radio so na TV so mo ka na obi aka se ye hu se ekyire kura yawe ne ba wie ye no doc we yawe ne ba wie ye no ansa na ye hu se mo ya advert twi mo enkramu dagbani mo gonje mo house mo any ade but ahyase no na sa advert na go so
de me kan da bia na say obi ani ho a oye epidemic year or prepare fully obi atembia wo wi a na wotena na wokɔ hekire na wokɔhwɛ de oye wo evaluate no say we could have done this meti ase no kore but se bia e ka akire akɔfa yenchi mama South Africa o ma hwɛ 13,524 nipa 247 na ewu
okay
13,524 Oma testing nipa so dodo nko a omo so test pa oma testing nipa dodo am say 60 200 and how much South Africa tested so far total test 421,000 yeah we target the person test person you drew be over 300,000 na oye wia won so oye test ni nyina wia na ohunu wonya data kese na ohun ba bia afi na oye bibia efre no surveillance ukoye zero surveillance ko hwese ahase ni nya nipa dodo wo ha ahase ina na nipa no high hotspot dia na ebeye omonya immunity omo ewo how many people na omo ye exposed ni ma na nyina now they are planning with because virus no as people have been saying no it is a swine fever to say other viruses no etigana ha ti wo ha na wo monitor se be ya epidemic bia emma na nka se o wanya nipa na boroso ti afi na wo koye epidemic the man no ye pandemic ne say a new virus aba na obi ehun ti all of a sudden na kanti we nya bi no nya afi kanti sini pia nya bi a e wo soro then we all become alarmed afi need make kigigi but obey surveillance ye ka say swine fever ne ma ne nyina ye was sentinel size you take samples obi kono o fever or cough or sia na take sample na ahwese bi wo mu a nyamencha de wo no guchi wo ha e wo KCC ane ne mane ha na de yeko so that we go back into our normal lives
okay
into managing of this disease no e kwan a ye managing no sa na am bi to say Australia, Japan, Korea, Germany they are going back to your normal almost testing for positive.
Okay, who said the TBI was
almost testing for a positive, but they've gone back to the normal, going back to your normal life because almost you no dynamics
okay,
and almost a near megu kwemo. That sape na Ghana ye ti di kwemo ye 3 T's no.
Doc, but so what do you man better you better so now one of the things you back you be and say you managing properly said you Kenya and then e be copy factory honum and then any pande call and then e be call obwase ho because obwase initial case someone isolated data and then a sign a copy a hobby which is why a quote say Ghana Medical Association doctors in Biaka say you left lockdown in term do nti wan hwe ni ya na say de yekoyi ye be kwa ko do 10,000 kra but member also ni ato aso me call minority economy so ranking member on health one call can health committee no honorable market na wani and so ye doctor ni say Dr. Nsiasari ya one constituency but honorable e wa man so honorable no pay ma good morning o
hello good morning
honorable ho ye de
oh nyamna do ho ye
na honorable nim say coronavirus aba na wo wetu me etu kwan ye free akọ constituency no apa is no one o na mo ko ya mo wi a mo say na aban lift lockdown ntem enso ya say obi a men kwa bonten ji say necessary what free hanu ma akọ consultancy no ha enu say a breach of the protocol o
aha me di protocol no do the magazine me ka mo say boy na me da was no I for na me to man came na ko dri
na o consultancy onye
making sure that them try to 6 meters within the car
honorable o ko we e dey nti na o consultancy campaign na mo ye because me hu say MPs be brain na mo ye campaign na say coronavirus o mu wi na mo kan na ye serious and so mo ko consultancy ko ye campaign and am ko ye education
campaign as we say baby an o campaign ho it is our friend Sako constituency that's a combo one. Well, them the medical buckets na sanitizers na zona. No, this also as a mask can be for 1,000. Na I want to turn. Na you had the time on. But I already hear a campaign as such, but yes, no one as a popular baby a campaign. As a bonus for oh yeah, who conscious who empty so and have papa and also
doc why a medical doctor in Afia almost 30 years and I also any opportunity or parliament health committee so on a day na yeah say cases of 5,638
cases cases the whole of West Africa, one of the but there are two explanations. I could be that I am
network no. Say apa is na network na nsheda nya yi wo honum one of these days o say tell kosi na ni omo etwuma so say o say network na ye clear wo ba bia I met but enye nsisi etore bia na etwetwesi nti na mpesa oda no ho kakra ma me no
okay
a member of the health committee our parliament or NDC Mrashebedweni and enkomo no say medical doctor or health committee no ho ewo Mrashebedwum I person chair say dey na ya Ghana ye nye ni yie ya say cases no kwa na ekuna ani ma ye do 5,638 and o chire mu say omokra MPC bi omokọ ma bato person so ye say bi omokọ spread the virus no wo so ko ye ncheche koma verinta bucket ni sanitizers ni ade say so wan hwe ni ye na sa bre ya ho chire mu no ugya wo nkrofo a na just a campaign or mu ye tia on yes aso so obekokra na enkofo person oto aba mo na virus bi a che omakun ma se na uni eyi efaso bia ewo so nti ube to me follow ye so critical issues ewo UTV Ghana Facebook and Afia YouTube now the questions and I say hu ensem bia wo ema Dr. Nsiasare ni mpedifo no mbetwetwe nkomo ne ne Dr. Fosu bekasa if you America ne ahwe the America for ye and I say the advanced countries no mo ko mani ni bi ye America cases o mo say bro 1 million enipa ewu susu de eni bebre ewo America ne other countries ani e kama say na Dr. Nsiasare kasa Ghana ye bo ye homodin kra chen amani bi ti say America fa to ko America ya ha o mo pa but to hwe binum commenter omo e de abreye no a Vieira the graph to vim ade na won share nose mask no say ya social distancing ti ya na ya protocol so ye ba ya production team no dwene ho nti ba ko be share na chese ba ko an share na yetumi aye ya sanitize yen say bi na esisi anum say nyina before be ruwa ha kra na o protocol se che a che no enu ti ya na matiase de we are following the protocols me kwa Mr. area no kra che ma me de sanitizer na fa me ha enyina Anthony Obinya Blade say o Afia kuma zongo takra no say COVID-19 cases na e koso no de o say I don't think that we can gain control over the spread said the 10 I say a virus to me ko ba ne de e be ko nanim pa Isaac Awuzi anan no say Ghana onyankopon hwe so pa nchicho ni schools ye asori ni ade na Dr. Nsiasare ka say ya hwe ye eventually o see e bi asori no o see e bi schools but akwankyere ne de omuguso adwuma na branti eka ho asema oso odi fi Cape Coast and odi eba James Ajimai osi good morning here in Europe no ye follow protocols ne pa ba se Ghana de enko phone follow mokọ abonte kwa na mkobusa omo UTV a omo se enye virus ni nti mo Ghana kokokose virus ewo ho ne de no tete patient if you say always ask questions on my mind good job and if you wo ye no questions and wo michim na wo busa no kwabnada day was for the second time in a week we have more recoveries 786 na say asan aba esro ebio no say professionals omo ye adwuma e Ghana Health Service omo ye adwuma pa say that kese enko ema omo amasie dua edudodu was vem mo ye adwuma pa mechia mu nyina na clerk Bafo was say what about relatives or more nkofo a omo ye adwuma factories no o say musa doc man say factory for workers na omo enye ebie no omo busuafo a na omo kofie ba no omo so doc mo contact tracy omo ana and on my test you man mebusa question ama Gerald de Najari o say me hwe mo live wo UTV money adwuma kese am ye na afi ni Anate Abe was say vim please about the traditional scientific medicine no busa Dr. Siasa Emma say omu use ana because nkofo bebe aka say de Madagascar for de eken ya anke de bibiduro no aya ke betimi aboye pa Alfredo Topman o say mama yenye adwuma na yenko ye nimpa no no de o ka say sa mala mfo e ye live streaming say no mo de aba be say block you omu nyina wenya mala masem positive change Madina and also on there I wonder how many essential what's the voters register issue now they but can was him later on now Alfredo Topman was he Alfredo do only him say malam ni bina onena yeah ba see here there so Tom Aruna was him lady gentleman no studio na Dr. Nsiasa na wo kan asem say good job na mombusa me say yen welcome to one no yen nuan ma Ghana for eti abrochi enum ne ade nyina ya ka Ghana development one as yen de wo ma yiye kra esinche na abrochi for no mbese e beba mbie na che say omo kan ho asem say won say enkofo bebe omo abrochi kra raise issue no ombese omo befie ni ade onso omo nya kwan emma muka asem ba be ye ne aviation minister betwetwe nkomo mom say protocols be na omo ye sabre ya enkofo ka say nko omo mbie airport na Ghana for fear no mumre what are the arrangements are omo ye was asem no doc so when the can say eventually no or say come back
to our normal
lives but akwanche ni say because now ya tourism authority for the bar senka beer bars any drinking spot to creme you one backlash e buy say na holy spirit to kra muntu min control me say asori kra me enko na beer bar na mo kwa control obi awabo ana blue kiosk na ye be control nti dey any protocols am discussing no jubilee ye de beba
oh ye guso a ye ne akwakwo ni nyina ehia fa ye ne Ghana Association of Ghana Industries and workers no unions nyina ehia and say ehia all the transport industry for no GPRTU Metro Mass Transport STC ni omu nyina ye ne sports force be ehia be Monday ye ne chieftaincy for ne asorofo ne Ministry of Chieftaincy and Religion for akohia a omu nyina aguso a omu hihia tie pese yetimi hunu die yin na ye nyina e betimi aye as be aye back to your normal life because say life of coronavirus no asesa ne mapi ena ya hwe ya ye ntimi ntena se ye nya hwe nti o se yetimi ye ekokoye de o se ye iti bi asorofo be kwa asoro ya de na o so mu ye se restaurants bia de na o be so mu ye se tour operators bia de na o so mu ye se pese ye bobola se Germany se mu ha se bobola ba wo born no empty stadium but contact sports on se bobola ho be kan kofo de na o mu ye ti ye hwehwe de nkofo ye ene de be ye nyina no o hwe US afa na bi restaurant o bi restaurant be se ye mu nye open restaurant but the country restaurant for nyina say ansan de be ye we nyina wi a president ba be kase bi a measures we ye nyine say no na yeso ye protocols no say the entire ni wo mu nyina ye share ni wo mu ye se be ya ye bitimi a monitor ni ye na yetimi adi akire ye so obi ani so a wo mu ana ni wo mu ye na wo matimi so wo mu ne timi wo say unions no GPR TV for market women ni manema no wo mu ana timi e check wo mu nkofo mo ekuo no mu enye prosi ne ko gina wa say ha say ni say otena ha nti sori ko nti wo restaurant na bi e ka say restaurant for obetimi abie na obebie no such a way say obeye na abontene se bia nsuo tokwa na ate ho abie nipa dodo say na wo say wo dem mo wo say wo dem si ya na ye restaurant same sika ye no o say restaurant be bia nipa timi tena che o ko restaurant wan che kura na do hwere ko say o ko ye socialization we Afia na o tena se the restaurant look say socialization social distancing be mu a untimi me woni odofo bi ko didi afu ana odofo ko didi a de no a woni ni hia ya ko didi ofie no wo say mo kwa amontin ko didi a untimi ntena be bia oti na odofo no ntena also oben no ko du be bi kura wo say wo hwe na nim no so hwe wanim ne nema enti ni nyina wo say adwene ho outside there enframa no bo ne bia na untimi mfa max so mo nidi so enti we nyina ye nema wo say di gu kwa ba miwa no omutimi ye mwaduane e ma omu ye take away so enti bu ha no de restaurant ko toto choba ho choba de on say na wote ho na wo bo wo de on say bon wansa no bu na mframa e free na wo tim fifire ni ade enti ni nyina wo say hwe na nipa dodo a e ka wo mu to wo ye we nyina na wo ye social na wo hwe also economic impact on the people tia na nkofo ka say e na o say nke ye to yi ni mo che nkofo a ada na ye bie even say lockdown in 10 tem nema say wo ba biti na wo ye onema na say bia wo lockdown no enka wo ye a na wo hunu ba say obi a oti ba bia onim say ba bia otie no obi de da akore bie be si abontene say nipa krono ka chen say wo lock no da afu ya wo lock no da say ono obi ni dan a edan ni pia abontene oyo obi a ontimi nhye ne dem ho o so okọ beebi a obekọ beebi akogya ne nan okodware kro okosala ne kodware one nkofo nya ne kodware bomu enti wa hwe na odi dada ho se wa lock ni bakro down for about 3 weeks 4 weeks o lock will be down for a long period enye ona be yi lockdown no ono kra betuma yi lockdown na firo because ekomo ya obakasa wo mana duane bi enya duane onye ono nko na odidi o wono onye ne sika ne be 10 cedis wonya na akoye bi onye 10 cedis no odi bi komane maame ne nana wa kura bi ase odi be 1 cedi komano na odi wono so di be 2 cedis adidi na osan pe bi aka ho ti wo kasa unse asori kra ye kan ye wonkofo mu asori nketenkete no they are all completely down obu ha Sunday kakra no e na won so di tua ne danka odi hwe ne ma odi ko ema ye ba ko homa ti na wo twese ni mse na wo twe be enan enum ni ana se bosom kura ya aba bosom mienu ya aba ontimi nko asori da chese ogu no na sori ba we so kire ye bibi de kire ne se obi o ye adwuma bia no wo ye na wonya even 5 cedis a day a no we di be 2 cedis now the emu be 50 pesos akoto your tight na de aka no wo de ato ti wo so bia eye onya sense of say saving we nyina be kire bibi enti coronavirus abai a kire enema pii a kire aban nema say was aban so etimi ye self sufficient Ghana beyond aid no say that time no see etimi ye
okay
but nyame nchade e baso say ye na etim pam ye mask say obe hudu kro obi hihye mask kama ye pam ni nyina o Ghana na no broni bi kra frame busam say omu ni mask ni pii wo ba bi e wo UK opese obetim behwe bi say e follow normal yina nam so FDA for ye enti be akrabo say yeso ye pam ne ye packet to say the China for packet no e de kono ne yeso ye de ko
okay
so enti ne me sanitizer ho ne hu say sanitizer ho ye den ni na ne e betwa ye bi ha within a matter of 1 day ne nipa 17 akwaje ya I think de de be no alcohol no akoyemu no say de pepa yensa
okay
asabi ye nuano muslimi fo nyina timi use bi first so ko omutimi no ba say omutimi de pa o munsa enti we niema aya ye ko enti the management of coronavirus I say you manage coronavirus no a whole chain of things aye ye hwese yare no entre ye hwese yare no betimi asia no kwai ye hwese yare no emunka emfa health system
ya bado ko bi beka se etre o mo se mo ye hwese enyese ba etre
de na etre se onya positive no
on da bi eye den na kopie eye factory ho eye den na ko boase
awo busame no de ye ma kopie factory won se obi baako factory ni worker baako otini fie opona adwuma okofie nipa oni nkofo hia for you oni obi a wanya bie wan fan factory ho o fan baby na wode call factory ho na ono sa na enim sesi only the index case in the factory your friend index case
the buy ho na
index case to one first case ye hu no factory ho ene ye hu se onya bi no so no amankofo pii o factory ho so enya bi oboase de no wono so yehunu index case oboase there were 2 index cases on the beginning no am say case number
minor bi obi oye mine say adwuma ba ko de ko
isa otu no de ko na ono de ni immediate nkofo no mu ye adwuma wo mines one de sasa wo mu pi na we de yehunu history wo mu no say temo ye local dark am so tu kwan ko ni krum one of the regions
no di free ho ba
me more region it no oba no na odi free ho na odi baaye te odi baaye no edi be na nsa no ho se no ho mfa no oyare na ye na okọ hospital and he has classical signs and symptoms of corona na ohwere no nkwa hospital staff ohwere no ebi ye positive omunyina ho ye yes na ni fiefo no mtie nso pie positive ena ni nkofo no mu ye adwuma within the locality of the market so adwum ho no o mu doso ti quickly ena o mu ko ho ti ho na ma hu se apomudin adwuma for health workers what regions in districts in ye adwuma ya na nkofo fi se o mu nya hwe they follow the people na no say share one so penny bi say whatna aeroplane na buy no a ye gi nkofo go quarantine na ye test one bi ye positive no o mu hu se na wote a seat away from business class away from what one onya call obi frɛ no ti ombe share area president okan o say odwumanfo no ye adwuma o say e frɛ no no say hwan e frɛ no o say a health worker or district way na he is a contact o say that's the first time what he say contact ti wo mu benefit na o kire fie o mu call no o mu test one na yire ne man ne house bia o say nyame ncha de na ye negative.
Doc, mesa about ho because me explanation baby mu tracy kosi but my main sanka obi say a lawyer ba be kan ho but before the yenko a minority health committee no so parliament honorable Kuganab a member of the health committee ono say health professional doc pacho anope good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho ho ye there
but my tree is not very good.
Your tree is not good. Okay, let's do this in English. So, Doc, you are on the health committee in Parliament. Now, you've raised concerns in recent times about how government is managing this whole pandemic. We've seen the cases are going up. Today, the latest count is 5,638. Is this something that we're doing wrong? Hello, Honorable. Oh, Doc, I want to go. You saying I could Doc and change a member of the health committee or parliament, but a lawyer can say human rights lawyer will be any no. Or Ghana Hanum say lawyer Martin Pebu and so about the can a studio. Lawyer, I don't pay your much you. I just saw here. That's it, Papa. Lawyers who can also start to question social distancing. Whether Emrano Moody, Juma, chambers in Yedman,
but we observe it. So make sure
this is my bed
meters
if we are going if we are dangerous
some me no mo shanty me say but dog mama musa legal issue be okay mama ko am so about because you person especially say here na what you want say man so amba between tourism authority ministry of tourism about sa EI no whether me we one authority but so chair no mo mama ansani akọ legal no so doc good morning again. My apologies, your line went off. So back to the issue I was asking you, which was that what are we doing wrong that we appear to be seeing increased number of cases?
Well, I think doing our best. And but certainly there are difficulties, and now we see that there's more of community spread. But let me touch on a little bit about index cases.
Okay.
You see, I think that we should de-emphasize that fact because stigmatization is one of the things that would lead to people not being able to report when they realize they have symptoms similar to what COVID-19 is all about. You see, certainly it is persons to persons that result in what we have. And somebody might have brought it to somebody. For example, somebody could also ask the question, who brought the disease to Ghana?
Okay.
Who brought the virus to Ghana. And so, in our local situation, if we keep on emphasizing the fact that it was one person who infected this number of people, blah, 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 we would build a lot of stigma and will create very difficult problems for people who have the virus and their families. And so at this point, I want us to de-emphasize that, because stigma is one of the reasons that is continuously leading to the spread of the disease. Having said that, we still have a chance. And that chance is we know where the disease, the virus is spreading. We know where it is. And so, for me, we can do some level of restrictions of movement, because we know that when people move, the virus moves. And so it is not too late to restrict movement. Lockdown, we may not have to use the word lockdown, because now that word has become something else.
But Doc, are you saying that we should go back to lockdown now with 3,638
no,
cases?
I'm not saying we should go back to lockdown. I'm saying we know the areas. For example, Obuasi is now a very, that is where we see numbers increasing hugely. But we can contain Obuasi. We can ensure that for that area, we restrict movement. And when we do that, we help in the population. And we help everybody in general. You see, the word lockdown has been misused. And we don't have to continue to use that. We have to find a way. Because when you talk about lockdown and people have to go out and people are restricted, you see, the whole country can become paralyzed. And when the whole country is paralyzed by the disease, what happens?
So Doc, I want to get your suggestion very clearly. So you are saying that in particular areas where we've seen the virus or we've identified them as hotspots, for instance, Obuasi and Tema, should we restrict, impose a curfew, or which word would you, which strategy would you prefer?
You see, I don't want to use political words. I want to find us all together using terminologies that is understandable. In the control, we are all aware that we don't want people to move too much freely. So what do we do in this instance if we have to control the disease? What happens?
But Doc, is government not doing enough? Already, government has sent a team of officers from Ghana Health Service to Obuasi. They are doing enhanced and aggressive contact tracing over there. They are doing works in other, for instance, in Tema. They've identified all the factory workers. They've traced all their relatives and their contacts. So is that not enough? What kind of restrictions, again, are you suggesting that they impose?
That is not enough. We are so mobile. Ghanaians are so mobile. And they may do the contact tracing by the time they are able to get all. Remember that the fellow you've gotten now, if you trace the fellow and he has it, then you continue tracing, because he would have also contacted people. And so...
Yeah, but Doc, hang on, Doc. But are these people all not traced, identified in the enhanced contact tracing?
Oh, you cannot do that.
You cannot contact...
You cannot do that effectively. There's no way you can do that effectively. What we have to do now is to zone the areas. We know the hotspots, and all the hotspots must be declared restricted zones. That's what I'm saying. Okay,
restricted meaning that nobody should be allowed to travel into the hotspots or out of the hotspots.
You see, I don't have that authority to pronounce very difficult...
Yeah, but Doc, you are suggesting something. So I want your suggestion to be very clear, because you are a member of the health committee. So if you are saying that it should be restrictive, don't be ambiguous. Restrictive in what sense?
Restrict the movement of people in the hotspots. So whatever measures the government will take, the whole idea is restrict. And so government has to analyze how it's going to reduce the movement of people, and for that matter, the movement of the virus. Okay. And we have identified hotspots.
Okay. So for now, what government is doing is not quite enough with these.
But it cannot be. If it were enough, the numbers wouldn't have been growing.
Can any government, for that matter, manage, control the numbers? Is it possible to control the numbers?
It is possible when we control the population, the movement of people.
Okay.
It is possible.
Okay.
We have to do that.
Okay.
We are almost there.
Okay. Yet, Doc, you don't want to. But Doc, you don't want to suggest a lockdown. That's not what you are saying. You are saying restricted movement.
Yes, restrict the movement of people in hot spots.
And you don't want to give us explanation as to what you mean by restrict their movement.
I don't want to use your words.
Yes, so I want you to use your own words.
My words, so you can give an interpretation to that.
So Doc,
my key word is that let's restrict the movement of people in the hot spots, because that is the only way we can control. Contact tracing is so difficult and cumbersome. It's laborious, and you know the nature of our society. We move a lot, and as you contact trace, you are expanding the circle. You are expanding the circle, and it will lead us to nowhere. For example, if somebody was in the fishing harbor and is now in my constituency, Binduri, you are going to trace him about 900 kilometers away, and when you get there, he would have made contact.
So are you saying that, Doc, you are confusing me?
But if it was restricted, if that fishing zone or community, we decided to restrict movement in that area, nobody would move.
So lockdown, technically you are saying there is lockdown. Okay. But you just don't want to use the word lockdown.
If that is the word you want, I have no qualms. For me, let's restrict movement in the hotspot areas. Okay. And if we do that, we can control the movement of the virus.
Okay. Okay, Doc, let me
tracing when the persons have left their locality and are in other areas, they go and infect the populations. You see, let's do more. Let's do more, and let's do more of the testing. Okay. Let's do more of the testing. Okay. It doesn't mean that areas who are recording zero today, we don't have it. We are told that the most active people who transmit the virus are asymptomatic.
Okay.
And so you never know. Your neighbor,
Okay.
You never know, because he comes young and strong.
Doc, I would like to ask you a question, but Dr. Nsiansari wants to ask a question. Doc,
Honorable, how are you?
Oh, big brother, I'm fine, sir.
Yeah, I think you are confusing me even the more. You see, restriction, lockdown, you are using it interchangeably. But if you restrict or you lock down, if you lock down, you don't do anything, Honorable, then you should as well not lock down. Contact tracing, when you give example, somebody who is in Tema who has moved into your constituency, when you go there and then the person say that this is my contact, we take the telephone number of the one that is the contact. Yeah. And then we will inform the health personnel in your constituency that Mr. So and so, Ms. So and so is in your constituency. We have seen somebody who has mentioned the name and the number. Yeah. So please go and then look for her or him and then test. So the contact tracing is not only restricted in where the person is staying. We follow the person to wherever he is. If the person is in your constituency, we also test the person, and then he is positive, he will then tell us all the people he has contacted in your constituency. So that's how it follows. So restriction without any action is no restriction. You can restrict somebody.
I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree with you that we need to restrict and take action.
Yeah, but the problem is that, Honorable Robert, the problem is that you were downplaying contact tracing. That's why I'm saying that.
No, I'm not downplaying. I'm only looking at the spread. For example, the example you gave, if the fellow went to my constituency from Tema.
Yes.
Let's say, God forbid, and the fellow is positive. After you have sent the message to the health directorate there, the fellow is positive. and the fellow is an active fellow, he would have been in contact with others.
We are
expanding.
We shall trace everybody. You see, one thing you should know, the more you test.
So what happens if we're able to restrict the movement so that this fellow doesn't get 900 kilometers away?
Yes, but I'm telling you that once you restrict the movement, you should use it to do contact tracing. You can also do contact tracing, not necessarily making sure that, you see, we are talking about hotspots. Yesterday, for example, I'll give you the figures in Tema. Tema figure is now 2. We had 2 cases in Tema which are positive. In Obuasi, that we were all scared, is 5. We've done a lot of work in Obuasi, if you don't know. We've done a lot of work in Tema, if you don't know. So these are some of the things that we are doing. So sometimes we should try as much as possible to also give praise to especially the health workers who are killing themselves, bending their backs and working. They are doing extremely good job in this country that people are saying we are not doing anything. I know everybody wants things to be done fast. But what I will tell you is that once we continue testing, the cumulative figure will be going up. Because if you get 1 case today, it will not be 5,638, it will be 5,639. But the most important thing is that now we are testing daily. So you know the daily spikes. There will be spikes whether you like it or not. When there's a spike, we quickly go to where it is and then go and make sure that we also do contact tracing.
Dr. Nchasa, I think Manon responded to concerns. No? Doc, do you get his concerns?
I get his concerns very well.
Okay.
I don't think that we are really far from each other.
Okay.
And the issue about the health workers, they're doing fantastic. But we know, everybody knows the number of health workers who have become infected. Everybody knows. But
Doc, are you saying that their infection is as a result of doing contact tracing?
No. The point I want to make is that there could be a lot of cases in the communities that we don't know about.
Yes, that's what we are testing.
And that is what is affecting the numbers of health workers who are making this sacrifice.
But
I'm told that over 200.
But I'm surprised you are talking the number of health workers who are positive. Yes, the health workers, the frontline health workers, and all the health workers, even at the background, at the back line, they are the people who are most exposed. In fact, it's even more. The people who are even more exposed are those who are even at the OPD, who are not in the treatment rooms, because you don't know if you are in treatment room, you save yourself. So we are making sure that the health workers are well protected, and we take them through infection prevention control. We take them through the case management. We take them through how they should be careful. Any patient that you see, we take the patient as a potential infected person. And this is what we are doing. But if you say how many, the number of health workers who are infected, yes, we know. We are praying very hard that we've put in measures in place for insurance and all sorts of things. That is the way we manage pandemics in every part of the world. Okay. So, Honorable, that is how it is.
Okay. So, Honorable, are you satisfied? Because what Doc is explaining unless you have another issue with...
No, I don't have issues at all. What I'm telling you is that we have to hold the community spread.
Okay.
Because there are people walking around who have the virus but are asymptomatic.
Okay.
And
but this is something we know already, Doc.
And that's exactly,
this is something we know already.
What you are doing.
Doc, because I mean, person said banter between. But Doc, so we get your point that you have concerns as the committee about how this is happening, especially like you said, we have growing number of community spread, or within the country, you have one person to the other. So thank you this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. And then I would say that next time you rather let myself and man, we sit together and have a good discussion. Because on phone, we are not able to really get this.
That is so. So when you return from the conference,
come and see me, Honorable.
Honorable Kuganab, a member of the health committee on the nutrition come from the constituency. I say on the so far said they are by managing and contact tracing. No, you ensure that you enough testing. Dr. Siasa insist say ya pa or say enya sanity. Doc, member but lawyer Martin Pebu ever hand say doc lawyer na me person my for instance law no and COVID-19 no. It is confusion about Imran whether or my penny or kasa emra. Yeah, no executive instrument no dey aba no ne ba na nkomo bie ni ade no. Are you able to explain and to us what's the position of the law?
Yeah, so I like the bar. So on the matter of the EI, yes, Parliament the man to me say ultimately the EI emra into Act 1012 ne Imposition of Restrictions Act no. And the man to me say on fire EI emra. This is not the first time. Oh, Yabako Sume Sipe, a champion more time, Kwame Nkrumah, on say those days Kalabule, near ton sardines above control price. Yes, executive instrument and a president, they set it prices. Oh, sardine price, oh. Okay. Yeah, the executive instrument, I set it into Tom and a broswa. Atumra, internet say, oh, Bekuje, I mean, say, do cockot no, you go out for. So this one, no, so Sana president, a executive instrument. Ashishe say nima bi wo ho a ye ni kwan se ebeye na eche say abra those sanyoma no nti say okoye a na eche say upie ekoye to say wedding ene eyie a nipa bro 25 ene ne ekeka ho a ana ubie night club ubie beer bar ni eyi na eche say etumra nti that's what the president has authority to do nti so president actually say we've closed down nightclubs, beer bars, and then the Ekakahuan. Let us until say President Betro say, Afia, we beer bars near you. We be new to me, say, or no better na baby. I can say, oh, beer bars and hotels, and may be say, a man for me, parties.
Even tourism authority or mere authority, no money to me, some baby, sir.
They be in president, I say. Because say on your authority, on say Minister of Tourism they more counter by it. We say your authority, but usually the ministry has a friend is powers to give direction in respect of policy. And the case where your authority and say nature say unsham rase. I hate to say easy. They be I say easy. Kakra no my say independent. Meanwhile the same constitution would be a constitution catch easy say. And no nkyerɛ sɛ ofom na yɛde wo court ntimi nkyerɛ wo sɛ wanyɛ ne yie nti obi a bɛti sɛ ɔsɛ ɔyɛ independent or your authority still our shemrase because there are certain parameters
nti na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo statement no ɔmo de ba abɔnte ebumra so
oh by all means say no deɛ because president on reverse EI 64 no watchro mu sɛ beer bars drinking spots near you know
untumi Inti say a president because Dr. Siasa catch say yempo eventually na was ye back na ye koya sorry na ye adwuma na ye koba ye koye ba o mo mpeso o mo no mo mbe no mo de de na was president ye biem ye tumi aye o so ye bibi no yi ani free one assassin
obi ye free o baba say ye nyina ye gitum say sisi ade ye nuru ho be ehu ye nuru ho kra
e bi e wona
ehu inti gi say bi say
o ba say the Dr. Siasa ka mo control
Hey, David.
Nkasi ya control.
No kwa nkasi ya control. So we
are managing.
Anti munya control.
Managing and control is different. Okay. Control, you make us ya control no. Na WHO World Health Organization abaka say pandemic is over. They will declare it.
Okay.
When the time comes. Okay. But as he said, no. If I see a way, we have to, as I said, I will also say it again. In the long run, we'll go back to our normal life.
Yes.
You cannot be living normal life. Tibia Quebec your normal life, but before you go to your normal life, also you have protocols in place. Now share the figures and the disease how it is moving. Or combining me and then you ease. So there are some of the things that ye and sahohoro. And they say ye dear honey. It should come to stay because maybe they not. So and they say onam yes
no person was I no we require say be emra for because say they say company bia ni mu ko office bia no store keto akra Veronica Bakesi woni ade umenya se yede mra bi beba na mra bi wo dada ban betimi aka say
enye mra but ebe ye way of life wo say enye da bia na yede mra ka say yesi but way of life we your friend new normal new normal ne say wako baby na wo be say adwuma mu bia de nsuo ne Veronica bucket esi wo na wo de wash water ne se mra ne sanitizer enye coronavirus nko a cholera
yeah
typhoid fever enema pi na ye yie gates bu fa se be ya mosquitoes enya 5-star hotel intram enti we e de bibia ba e de new normal be life de aka no a nipa hie pi nipa boboso ne ade no nyina no e be akra no nipa emoboso biem e wa asol dem ti wo asol kura no abaka se oh se ne ye one service e say no because of niema abenti no ye mpese
ye be
boss nti ye ntiti entem ebi ebe ye nya asoro no baako ebe ye be asoro mpresa after all kwasiara no osofo no ni profession no ho na he ase pa ti I said doctor akọ now you operation now you operation from no ngotwe akopem no nine no osofo so betimi aya asore from no ngotwe akopem no nine so na be 4 services no wo ye no we ba no we ko bi e ka say ne from A to this in Kofi for na be Kofi ne Afia this time we na eba na ye ko enti life a change but we have to go back to ease and then go into our social life and economic life. That's very, very important. Kofo ye say restriction lockdown you lock down na otwe miensa no anadwobi na me twema Kofi omo sese kwa sika kwa ho no onim say wi de ana prosifo ho anadwo be no nkono am Kofi na ogina kwa ho na say na ogina ha den wo say ansa wo nidi na say na say ye cheduane
but they see doc and also na nkofo accuse mo say lockdown na mo left here no mo aban gina una ne o mampani ye adwuma o gina economic reasons so say come the nkofo nti ya left na mom say obegina medical reasons so say ya hwe ya ye betre no wa hwe oyinani
o gina ne nyina so adabe bu say am say me science what is science
am say o mampani anya
medical science ye social science of medicine. In fact, they are determinants of health. Your social determinants of health.
Okay.
Ohia ka ho.
Oh, okay.
Efin ka ho. Aduane ka ho. Even kwan a ofa so transe ka o tran mu nyina ka ho. Nipa dodo a ewu or road traffic accident a day. Na no be can say 6 a day. O average na. Nipa dodo a ewu from malaria. First malaria nkola na ewu malaria me yete so kra. You see here ase ba so because ya dwe nyina akosi corona so.
Wow.
Nipa dodo a diabetes ne ma nema ku mu no edoso. Ti wo so hwe ni nyina na wo combine ni nyina na wo hwe se one lockdown baby se wako temafo ye yinti oh tema yenko ma wo mu so yenko lock wo down. Ombe so use word restriction. Lockdown ko lock down tema. Obi wo ho a one lock on down no o mena duane obeje duane bia kodi but also command ni na bi wo ekura bi ase bia command no be 2 cedis so mfanto duane ni adwuma wo ye no na adwuma no e say corona by ni hu say Ghana ha no nipa do no a hand to mouth even including asofo
omo ko preachia no mo nya
o preachia no nya bibi o say o bible so we are didi na adwuma ho ti wanko asore na otwe ba kan obi obedidi na otwe mienu obetra kakra na otwe miensa na ni braba to one hwe ya o continue lockdown restriction for a long period nipa no na be street me say eni ekunye preko wa lockdown preko
do pass economic reasons so say science a reasonable enough
yes
okay
economic science social science na the health science account
okay
ti wo ka say doctor ni na ono nko onye ya one unit social determinants of health na ka say oh nipa be wu nipa say ne be wu nipa say ne be nya infection nipa na ebe ko on say ye hwe eyi na WHO for spike omo wo efe bi modeling nipa 10% we say we nipa be wu do so yi hospital be eyi no kore
but doc eno na ma NDC forecast say mo de economic say 5,000 your 5,630 is it a reasonable reason in tia ye left lockdown na ya ji eni so but remember
yenyi e ma what can we if yenyi ye ni so obi anyi nani so omo ofa figure na ye cumulative ana me ka kire honorable wo de one unya one a day unim say unya one a day and say wo fi but wo de ka ho be 569 5689 e ko so che ba ko the yemfa the cumulative figures in the council ye hwe per day figures eba nipa dodo a ya test wo nipa dodo a yenya infection afiri nipa dodo a wo yare ya okọ hospital say wonya coronavirus a ye hwe no so
indeed dog matter was but lawyer na me person o chem say mask ya by no mask no entry no and also supported by legal back because man penny buy no wan ka say emra but mati say assemblies in because e be chew na no yewra kojo ponkro makra ka say one shy they will enforce it
no ne ampa kire ne say ya hwe yi a ene ebe kakra no ye be hyemra ye be yemra ma say one shy ene yetimi chew but see am no ka say die entomra on say there are two different ways of it on say utimi yemra but say ope say obi endisu a ene ye nche no mfa no police station na echire ye mfa no court no eno ye mra soronko sa tumi ni the minister no onibi minister of health oni tumi say obeka say wan share mask ye nche woni mfa no court dey bi nti afi mum na amanfo dwen say see the ye omanfo na ebi mpese o mehye abra utimi say nipa ebi esimesi okuresika nso ebi a boapayo mpese o behye ni no na amanfo ka say ene ye mfa nko parliament mum ni anya homra ana president
see ade mra bi ani ho
there be ni minister ni ye so ma directive say ye mra ma ne kwan ebi kra law ebi kra njintu mra ma kwan say o ma directive ba hwe law na ye fia bi sa kitikiti binti ama lawyers be break kra njintu say
ye mra
sa mra
na assembly for na omo so ma ye bylaws no so omo tumi ma mra ma omo kwan so mutumi yesa
the assembly won okwa no so local government act me hwe mu no and so aye fia bi sa it's not so clear but yen kai say ni omo yi e be boa ye nyina nti me dey sa amre dey me ndi hu echini
enkoye law bia
excellent enka because enko hu hia okoye law na o hwere nkwa na hwahwere bibia nti me ndi hu echini bebre but say obi ansha ye nchi no ntum no eno na debi eno du
but lawyer kwese say wadwen ne say was our cases for instance and make say before be na make example be o Temagov City there's obi a ya convict no a woda ho 2 weeks ago omo tested no positive other police cell yes me na make a job yes police for no panic but adentina enei because ebeba NCA case so adentina enei law no gusu de nkofo kotum abra COVID-19 wo
ho e say ye didi sadi aka didi na che say man panyin tie nti e say ye hu didi more because I don't know ha adwen on say sa punishment e bro so dodo aden de embone o hwa nipa bebre omubu sa mra no so no e ya ho nkire on say doc kraka say the social science and medicine o hientia nti say o chi nipa na say o kaka say minimum ye de ache na ye 12,000 Ghana eye nkane no 120 million nipa hin na bosume omoje 1,000 eye nkane
so that law na ya reasonable
enye ya ndwen hu ye omu say on say ye de ayem hihie ene ye de ye but say ye hu say e pra manfo e di enya nti o say ye amendment ya kasa so e bi afia say one vim lady e bi ade o kan o man pe yi beti
cause mesa ba so dog wa ha ye be ka che no ko ka che o man pe
dey patchara o kwa ka che o man pe
say mara say upia bontina
there be penalties no minimum ye 12,000 Ghana dog how many people
for those who omubu
yes let's say judge no ontimi nkase kotua 1,000 even 11,000 kra judge na ono edi asem no ontimi ntewo so because minimum 12,000 near parliament ahihye no ti o te so 1 cedi kro no judge no be nya asem what kind of law is this now onim ye nyina enim European countries kro mu di enim bam no oko France ubumra no sa imposition of restrictions na first you find here 135 euros 135
the bagana
I'm sure it's not more than 1,000 Ghana Yes, na.
Nti who na draft is a law.
Can it be say o say you shishie no.
And a lawyer aden na around this time and can minor offenses say mo ka say misdemeanor ne say ye chewa wa bia akọ wi ade stealing mo akọ ntokwa ye say dog circle corporal circle but we dey do kotum e bia ne say ni pay your convict no dog enye ntro na medio Hey, Gulf City, even police commander no, and then omu nyina dia panic. Area hopeful no be I am sure. Cause only panic we are of the police station. Okofie, me wa convict yet na kotum no. Order hono mo tested positive. Me wa tested positive na order o. Ana do kunim die hu kra ne say. Enra Ghana Health Service for ye some baba be fanako. Order hono. Order hono.
Positive. Na police for dem ho. So
almost usuro.
You see the problem they say Ghana for so yaso odin.
Dog. Lawyer can't say when you said the law reasonable.
Lawyer can't say lawyer. Be say come and the bro so be nobody will obey the law 100%.
Yeah, lawyer but you see the problem they say a restriction about me pie nkwa abonten. Na what na wo fie.
E come de no. One now can
social application of Adam and Eve living the garden.
Lawyer, I mean, can't you see?
But look, I don't know supporting lawyer suggestion is say. And Kebeya, Obi ya born in Kitty, man and Kodo Ompra, number one Cotumbium.
My friends have come friend
community sentencing.
If you say a bit my yes, non custodial sentence. But the problem is they dey make us answer Ghana for obi aso odin say Ghana for nyina o ebinom tema ye lockdown no obi akogina ba bi say dey o say yesi process for okromu buru nko
ka ho doc ena enye hu o say wa na o ye your medicine e wo ho deviance o say
body deviance
e wo yemu
Baba, I agree with you. Maybe we do a custodian sentence, and yeah,
because ya baba can NCA case nko ye tia num say ya omo ya convict omo nipa miensa ye de omo kotumom so ko say omo na omo de COVID-19 bi ko yenim so e ho na omo kwa akotiti bi o yenim so ntinka enim say we are not say the president can we are not in normal times nke free sabre kozi Afia wie ye de case bi e be court bia no ye betimi a Kenya custodial and non-custodial sentence. Said lawyer can.
Justice Ministry, justice for.
But do na otu o mampani fu. Na otu o for accommodate one sample. Into ko catch they say obi kra de typical example ne Gulf City dey obi the COVID-19 bi akopie cell. Ah we dey ne kwa we are send ne ko nsawomo Asha Fort. Na we nyankopon kra na boy na lawyer yamfa na nko. So mo de ne ko Asha Fort na nsawoma na akuse. Now, look at
what I know is a Ministry of Interior for asana double cost prisons. Almost a test was an that's what they are doing now.
Yes, test was.
Almost ye be answer.
We are testing. No, police if only been a suspect is
suspect is
no, I am right. No, more Ghana Health Service.
No one for now call directly.
Baba
we say no say bia o matese we positive so we convict enti o ye no call every hospital cry also police ni bi guide no
we are even exposing police officers.
Yes, no say BC wa dental police dental police cells BC sa omunya ya convict omuwie na ya test back so mo de no consawam after that time na nsawam o de o mo call nsawam nje o mo yes de ne bae enche na yare ni pie nti dental fukra is the same amansama nso ebisi sa no or cells ne yare pie
nti dog your big problem but sa issue no so ebien ba yakwa ahoma no se ne doctor Dako Edujemfi Ghana for doctors here almost oboa America con COVID-19 no ye similarities ne differences e wo mu na Afia ba be fam adwenche no de aka no eso ye ne aviation minister be twetwe nkomo ne awe they say almost on ba be airports local domestic flights in the cross start African world that started any other thing. What are the protocols? I'm not saying I say okotena plane no I say yemfa form ne enko and I say enko fa plane ni nyina dog can pay yama good morning.
Good morning.
Me pa cho say ho ye de
nyame adom me ho ye mo so mo to say
yankopon adom ana ono nuanum doctor say wo abroche no mo hwe mo zi ame
ye hwe ye hu ye bomodin pa si ye be hwe ye hu ye
yeah, that's it. Because you hear mo pa, e be ya kra nke e be fam nyina ba Ghana ha no. In fact, this week quiet say abansing or recruit new doctors. Ke be ya momre fie na ha de e ye chen abroche cases no so sa.
Efie ni fie. Yeah.
Enti doc, my enwu de ekoso wo America so far mo manage mo cases ni sen wo ho.
So far, me wo Houston, Texas, minim say New York and any other places ne die omo cases ne dawson pa. But so far no, who say start to slow down kakra. Ewo Houston maybe I'm away. Your numbers no started course no, you started social distancing no. I started say eba from kakra. Say na watche baako ene fa ena almost started say almost say bie ndwuma ne ade nti metimi aka say really na watche baako a ye started you know almost say omahu say numbers na started kosoro kakra nti me gidi say by na watche a ebe ye behu the AC with say yes there is started be adwuma no say numbers ne besa akosra say bia nhye mask ti nipa bebre ukokroba nipa bebre hye omo mask kakra bi na omo nhye omo ye ne mra say wa nhye no nka ubetua sika say $1,000 say echewa na nkofo ekon ho ana eja ye governor saba beka say well yanji usika nso omo esrese obi anhye ne mask nti nipa dodo na no ehye mask no but ye behu di akodru say mask ne boa pa na social distancing ne nso so otena fie se hia se obekọ ba bia na watena fie el say your friend is saying you're very careful you're ahwe yanyema ye nyina ho ne hohoro yensa nti zania Ghana yakase nipa anye no eno ane aye wa ha no ma ye hu si numbers ne kofom nti migi di say yetne ye nipa na yetne ye ho ne ye de ya hye yense enye na ebeboa ama numbers na kofom
ma doc ye nuru mo de ne de but so far wo hwe de mo manage wo Texas Houston hono a ene de ye Ghana de ne afutu ode be ma Ghana se yenye ne yetumi de numbers number because I no pay ye sorry ye ya Ghana ahomache Ghana numbers na kwa kodu 5638 na ya lift lockdown no ene ya ba bedru ho no ebi si akayensan ko lockdown esan se boase cry asem temanso eye case honom se de ne adwenche a because of baby am wona baby am case na kwa kodu no wo de be ma Ghana
de me de be ma Ghana for ne say lockdown no ena na make no say aha say no ye hu say places ni bi wo ho no ma miamia ni bi wo ho ye hu say start a lockdown na numbers ne start akosoro no e wo mu say nipa hye dem abre ena edwuma nso kofom enti ye nipa minim say ye nyina ye bepese ye bepie ni akoye de o say ye enti mimom de megimi di say numbers ne kosoro dia say numbers ye dia ma ye ne show say kosoro ene na yetna fie no any social distancing no minim say numbers ne nso so ba yen a yete ane de yenhu ebi a omo ye test no backlog nti afa na ne nyina ebe nti eba bum sa na ase de numbers ne kosoro prekope the moment ye betimi a relax ye si ehu say numbers ne start say eba form slowly na afa ya start bie nyema kakra enti me dey fotu a me de be ma ne say me nim say lockdown no say strict to but asem ne say nipa bi okra waka say lockdown no mo apie enti say ye betimi atu ye ho fo na ye mfa ye ni into just man pani na enyi so man pani na ye fair fotu a doctor for dey ma ye na ye hwe ye hu yie na ye mpie say lockdown ni ho kra o tena fie hye wo mask hohoro wonsa na ye niema o se wo ye ebo ho ban
doc mama musa unuanom health workers na honom no Ghana doctor siasa ya confirm me say apomde adwuma fo ni bi kra nya bi America kra de tem de osie ne ade bebre ene nya be bitumi ye video no mu su je say very serious for e wo honom say na mo manage mo a mo ye doctor fo wo so aye Ghana ni de o hu hia mo ye adwuma mo hwa yarefo ko ba ne ade mo manage ne sen na bia bibi wo ma yen so Ghana for doctors and health workers yesua wo.
Say no ampa doctor for nurses for mo ye adwuma wo hospital just say baby o mo ye aduane wo hospital mo a mo prapra form yen ya ye wo ho nyina no ye risk no e wo soro pa se e benya yare no Ghana for nurses ne doctors se bia hwere wo mo nkwa e wo New York any other places impo London krampo Ghana for bi a omo ye adwuma wo hospital nurses nso ahwere omo nkwa nti yen de ye de aboa ye ho pa ye hwe ye ho yie se ye kwa adwuma me de me ye ne se me hwe yie se me hye me mask omo wo right in the ICU no omo ni patients no dealing no omo so mo show mo PPE kata omo hu nyina na omo akom me pie kra me fi adwuma na me duru fie kra atade a hye me mpabo a hye me kra no me mfa nko inside me duru ya na eja makodware na mapepepe bibia nti ye hwe ye ho yie pa se ye mma yare ne moya na ye mfa mafie nso emfa mesa ye busuafo a ye ne omo wo fie impo minim se sa PPE na eho eden pa se kra eho eden minim se e
sha doc America ho na PPE ho eden no
America ha kra na PPE ne ho eden pa
na mate se Ghana ha yen aye pam PPEs ni bi de
mate na eye pa se Ghana yen aye ye bi na yen de ye ho ye use yen aye nyema ye wo ne ye nim de ye bi ama ye ho efisi America ha kra na ho aye den afa de bi mu de counterfeit kra be fe me bi o ha enye papa into ye doctor nurse so of channel ko ni patient one wa konya binti PPE ni still ha kra ya America kra no ye bre si e benya
se ade no kwa ne se obehu se PPE we de na ma ne ye papa de na ma ne nye papa ye ne ye de ye ni ani a ye betimi a kire je se mo doctor fo ya
eno ni asem no nra making kind krata wa ha yi na mi tie news no mo ka se the doctors hospital ni bebre kra to de enye papa kra na omu nim se enye papa because
ewa mo America ho
ewa America ha
o mato PPE se enye papa omu nim o ene se na doctor siasa ka se Ghana ya de kakra
o Ghana ya de pa in fact my very impressed with Ghana and senia ye bibia ni PPE na say no dey say ye make sure no say omo wo doctors ne nurses no mo ye adwuma nyina wo hospitals yi ebenya bi if he say nipa no unim so obi nya obi a na oba ne tie ne ya na fever ache no ana obowa obi oho wo bi onenam nso onim enti say yetimi nya PPE na obi a doctor for ne nurses ne hospital workers yetimi nya bi hye ebo mo ho ban a ebeye ya de papa amaye
doc me na wase o de o kan ye o di twa to no kwa de ama doctor siasa as we di bronya no ka say Ghana ya ade asem a o kan no ye so ye say o mo hye danya ade bi asa enti o kan ye de as we di bronya pa say mo America mponi na ono ho mo te Ghana manage ya no wase doc ye no nua no beto aso nyampa edwada o radio so say abre ne say de koye ni nti we de esre fa che why e da si bibiri say doc so papa ne kwabna da ko obi enim se Ghana entrepreneurs a wo ma ye adwuma som Ghana market se pa no ono no ne ba eno no na akukọ da ko ne ba no ai eti doc da se Dr. Ben is da ko edujemfi ewo America Houston Texas odwene ho anti o ma hyeda ye oni ni nuanum doctor for me Ghana for aye short videos ye covid ne ho nkyerɛkyerɛ ne ade o de nam social media ne ade ti ne fair docs ye ne be kasa ko so te abroche nyina odwene ni nuanum Ghana ho onya akra nko ha ya wono so doc ye da se bebre ni nkomo a wase wadaje e de ama o so chia wo papa ne ade nya o papa de obekwai o US o wakoka ho doc mpacho papa o US ana o Ghana doc siasa so ahwe petja kromo mu so abroche kese wa be sha won chen na won kan che ye
Mr. Mo mamenka asamo nche mo nkrofo ya mo hwehwe yen Black Star Dogs ye wo Instagram any Facebook ye june Ghana ho pa more videos beba Black Star Dogs Facebook ni Instagram
What's it? Black Star Docs. Not just a Black Star Doctors.
Yes.
That's it. You remember obi aso atem nka mo ya de. Some wo kra na mo identify with Ghana. Obi wo kwetena broche kra na no refi. Onya brofo ibia na oka na obo ne hwene aso onya Ghana ni. O ya kata ni nti mo ya de. Maya de. O ka twi se won se o ka ni nyina kroje. Ghana boy o mo ko Togo ba 2 days o mba na mentetwe. Na je se o mo boy hwene sa. Enti do kan ko sha. O papa abo adwuma watetu yie pa. Ya da se bebre. Dr. Dako Edujemfi, Dr. Newo, Houston, Texas. Only new doctors no say Black Star Doctors, Black Star Docs. Omo yen cheche dia for COVID-19 no. I remember ho bi ba dog. O se mo ya de, o hwe adwuma we de. O aboma ba so yen say take kuma de say ehu say numbers nko so enko yie ma yesa.
De Afia de meka ne say ukọ aboshima mu a em say bono nan na say no sia. Ipa pi be gina bonten bo hu nsem ma
ama doctors
ni nurses mo mo hwe because baby a adwuma na omo ye no otu no ho ahye ko be don ka say oh waba obi anya coronavirus me kofie ti say de say first here na obi ani ma na obi adwane no ti nkofo ye adwuma pa in fact tembia no me wo ho na me te say nkofo te wana nkofo down two figures ene me hu obi e de bibia brem sisi a yiduru recovery 1490 no obi ka say overnight ene yenya 900 en yaka ho adai se nkofo nti sa na manase o pese o ka so obi recovered and discharged wo hwe no na otwe na awie no ada se hospital na so isolation center no no wasa test no di kai the second test no after positive no wo ye negative a na wasa atwe be 2 or 3 days no wasa test no third one no ye negative na je say virus no free the system no asa na waka say wo ye recovered entinya overnight bese bobi a cha say enya overnight ni enya 900 ka ho no tembe ka say ye wo process e bia test one positive a wo mo twe wo second test no tidako obetumi enya nipa ya test wo mu nyina bia nipa be ka wo mo ka ho be nipa be 500,000 ka ho a ni e declare wo positive negative ni e declare wo say wo ye recovered to obi amfa bibia nsie sa ya de we wo mfa nsie say obi ka say lab ka say wo ye positive wo ye positive ya mencha de wo labs a omo ye adwuma 24 hours a day say negotiate no wadi nkomoda ko forso kwa hwe say negotiate ye adwuma na say kwa president ko no president ko KCC akọ no ko kuma sa ko hwe omo adwuma omo ye obekọ na samples a good demo KCC a e ko hwe omo yi omo conference room nyana ya fill with sample bottles omo yi ni mako aye ni nyina enti o say omo mutia brochiri kura bo Ghana fo a omo ye adwuma yi abaso ti wo say etimi enyina etimi bo apomde adwuma fo abaso na yenye mischief politics propaganda e bia de me kan say propaganda politics ni ayi e wo sa yare we mu no e ma obi a single vote because
but neman ko yeso dog they have every right on back
neman ko ye
because ye jaman sa ban so ko sa
obi ka say onya PP nya adwuma e bia na PP no kura wo regional health administration yẹn fan kọma no
adok one na betina na o say ma for military fo mpo say omumwa na monye logistics no nti say na no say a piece of family news asankegwa health obi ko donate is kan omo say be omo nto PPs no ene ventilator no from no na besi ne asankegwa omu ni ventilator ba ko that is fact.
The question is that
doctors na account
is the question that is asankegwa omu a treatment center
treatment center. But also we have ideally
also this was to be at least 1 or 2 beds and I said 3 beds maximum 4 beds and 5 beds intensive care or high dependency of ventilator or oxygen if we say yama ventilator now yama oxygen anka ho ventilator na nya adwuma
okay
enti tam ana omo ka say na me here ventilator ti wo bu say obi ventilator no also make sure say wo as a hospital no also oxygen supply ho that's the reason your president can say opese oye 88 new hospitals are functional 88 new hospitals 100 bed hospitals
aye ni baby scan ho no
woni baby scan ho hen
dog na oni o mampeniti scan ho scan ko fa scan ho na mde abaye
e bia won ti aban adwuma ase aban adwuma ase no oye project no wa budget for the project
we am budget president am budget 94 hospitals on one budget.
Yes, so he will look for money to come and put in the budget.
I feel no look for money.
The money will be put in the budget. A budget for COVID-19. Maybe we
now go for budget
buy you. Question.
Say I'm budgeting.
Yes.
But now go for budget buy.
You get the money and you go to Parliament and let Parliament add it as a supplementary budget. There will be a supplementary budget in July.
Okay.
It will be life. It will be life.
I'm basically within a year.
It will be life.
A year.
It will be life. If we are. It will be 16th May.
Oh, President crashes abon.
Marking baby.
In a year. In a fit. A year better abo. Mukoya mako kasa fi a year of rose.
Na Afia nye rose no.
Dog.
Oko Kumase.
Oh dog.
Ohun asphalt no. Ohun cruise.
Ye kwan ya ansa na moye. Ye kwan ye ansa na moye. Ye kwan ya ansa na moye.
Afia na me de no. That's the work of the fourth estate. The work of the fourth estate is to put pressure on us to on the government to do what it's supposed to do. That's the work of the fourth estate. I don't take it away from you.
Okay. Nti more pressure and bad.
More pressure and bad.
But it's in corridor no e come year of rose no.
E come.
It's in the my.
Wako busa sisi.
Me odo munya ye.
Wako order be.
Oh, me call ye me donate this.
Come here me free help. Road ye road one day. Lawyer mboa.
Doc who dey ebusa wa fe na the excuse ya ba.
Ade o excuse why?
Makoho. I dey say oh na ye one day.
Enye green book o. I the pictures Google mo. E feel.
Ye Sancho Kofi oho ekpando.
Oho
ekra de enye kra.
Ha, nti e process. E koso. De be kan nyina ne say nti ye pamochew. Omo ye apomuden adwuma no. At this time the only thing I person mo yema wo mo say mo encourage wo but not to discourage them.
Yo. Mama ko lawyer nti na me busa ade bi ansa na ye ko breaking say ya ye ko ye nim no emra no kire bibi fa because say ye ni ade be ko nti that even is taking me to electoral commission issue here I can say is it possible say best san o mine plan I for 2020 ana
in terms of
ye beto abo
aban de o see to
nti corona no ntumi nse bibia
David I best say kakra but enye ni nyina to say new voters register and ye memfo aso kra but limited voters registration
there be onfo de hen so
new voters register
some more new voters register
there be new ye nyina say ensan ko sala de masa no we are not prepared for that thing it's not sika say pa ye sika say ye fan share health care ni yi no nti e was say old voters register no musa mo defe ni sam no ye de to echire yenye sika etimi ye new one but say akra ni
but unim say lawyer unim say constitution is say easy for conducting free and fair transparent elections this year this ka kwanya asem no unim say voters register ye ekwe obia say bloated NDC say bloated MPP say bloated council also say emfanko
but said the last election ye no an ye de to ye say ye de to ye obia gitu mu say it was free and fair nti bloated doesn't mean say the election is
but NDC kwan jantum say free and fair we say NDC aba ka say before we mu
eno they said that mo de ye omo ho nti ene ye omo asem
but fair
yes it was fair international community obia gitu mu say it was fair nti en defe ne saa ne enfanto abai sisi ni sika especially on corona yi asan ye cheaper o e bi kura say 2 years okay na che say in terms of developmental you know we say it will take about 2 years to recover from the effect of just about 3 weeks or so of lockdown and then ye kokko sisi an nti adena san ye cheaper nti o say sika kakra e wo ho no ye hwesu ye pa nti wo hwa new voters register no there yen fan to nchen no monye limited voters registration no
but easy no easy the statement by o mache o plan first ko mo ka say NDC for di intro ache o manye enye true but o plan o betimi amaya to aba no amakwa GPPs ni ade nti they are prepared
the whole country re-registration and the enye juma look I think EC has
enye juma say just because of sika
no apart from that
EC wo donor fund o mo sika wo dada
there be na say sika ye sika enye omodia is one Ghana EC is not a country by itself look the thing is that the last time me met EC you bisa Mr. Srebo say sa current register ye the year juma be yi na say if they can manage say yentimi nye new register now they can manage so they should manage it.
But we can't manage a war. We can't manage a conflict. Election banner a monsoon simua. I bet you made in Tokwa.
They can do. You say if they cannot do a new register, if they can do a new register, why should they manage?
Why is it possible they can do a new register?
They will do the new register.
He said, looking at the corona, if the corona is going to prevent them. So what I'm saying is that
how corona prevent them?
But you see, Nankasa chairman and chairperson Nankasa. That the statement said they can conduct a proper registration even. So corona is
how will corona prevent them?
Oh, no, I said going to stand in those queues and we were exposing ourselves.
You can put chairs there, people go 25 at a time.
No, don't risk our lives for political power. Look, this doesn't make sense.
Lawyer, na see a kojum. A Germany registration center.
So only so you you take it like that. But say obi political power, line.
Lawyer, why political power? Is voting not lawyer? And you want to change a constitution. Lawyer, would they be out this question?
Yes, it's the same
voting. Say a constitutional right.
Yes.
I was a Ghana in Libya Twaba.
Yes.
And I say a constitutional right. Say also didn't go about women.
Yes.
How is that obi political power?
No, because the entire obi political power. And say easy said they can manage it. That was the last thing. Share issue. Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Some new voters register. Let's start. Maybe the only say me come either this party or that. They can't plain. Listen. Easy buy first. Almost say
easy in your political party.
No. I'm saying me as a person.
Okay.
I'm saying that I don't speak for any of the party. I'm just ordinary citizen. Okay. Easy buy say omo be voters register. Omo di kanka say omo commission consultant. Consultant ni hwe mu na ka say omo nye new voters register. Me ebesi as far as I'm aware. Obia challenging EC say yi consultant report ne mra me nhwem ebesi nne omu yi my edian
EC consultant report.
Yes, consultant no ka say omu nye new voters register and the boy report no way ibra man from kan. So assume me cry say be a chire consultant omu person be year. Number 2, I'm focus say look, this thing is a matter of technology. Mu EC for krano as far as I'm aware. From chairman to the deputy, so they are not experts in technology. Okay, they are in different fields. Okay, nti am focus any momra abontin. Momo constitute a panel of experts in in IT. Okay, now mon come asem and then let's debate proponents and opponents. Mon bibia and then you demonstrate my experts no and my verdict. One so they be sorry now we are independent. I beg you, look, me, you know.
So I say no doubting independence of ECNA.
No, let's not that's not the same thing. What I'm saying is that they've not proven to us the basis for instead of them we are trying to hold them accountable. Yeah, no more independence now say. You are supposed to be held accountable because the constitution itself says that the fact that EC says it's independent doesn't mean that it cannot be held up, and then court orders and those things can be made against them. So when say Bimudi asem the court new voters register.
Yeah.
It's simple. Me dem and America say TOT second one America. O the enfa consultant in 20. Yes say Isimbra open debate. Me constitute experts in ICT. Omra metina say experts here be share biases ni selected experts so metina bedwam. Isimbra for new voters registration. Then those who Bryce Simmons and other people who have some knowledge in
Bryce
IT.
Simmons or IT expert.
As far as I'm aware, he's demonstrated that he understands a thing or two. Okay, so young Professor Nikwe, those people. I mean, as for expertise, there are many people, so we constitute those who are against. Debate it publicly. Let's see. Adi, you are running away from a public debate. You've shelved your consultant's report. And then you come and tell us, say, Kenny, your Chimuta, obey voters register. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, are they saying Kenny, obey voters
register? That's what is like.
So, okay, say, constituted panel. Not just say independence now. Easy, and you have to say, I give you a Muslim cause council. What two chambers? Say, Obi may a panel of lawyers or match them.
EC is public.
But what is say at a panel, be so Muntu or Mampany, a UFS, Auditor General for an answer. We say, I don't know, yes, I to EC in Kwan.
No, it's because the basis is because so far starting no sir voters registration and sir register no to about 2016. Yeah, the district and local governance this elections. Yes, it say while Daniel Hokasi will enye ye nne ebe ye ochina enye ye ni, you know. So you see that they are not being consistent. In your case, any omunya ne pefe. Okay. So if they do a public debate, about boy nyina. Any okay say me and Fasa anya easier. Uni hana 98, ekoye 99. More broad struggle near those days the NDC government. Omuya public debate on what the reforms. Yeah, several say amount for agitate. Yeah, abanye public debate. So as for public debates, you know, even if okay, our constitutional history, you always see say abanye to so bibiba na amount for ye de. My bank say okay, then let's do public debate. So
are we not tying easy?
No, we are not tying that. It's part of our culture.
Democratic culture. A chairperson of electoral commission. Or no one can say as easy chair. Buy and become problems, sir. Or better, she was even frustrated. We have an interview now. That's what to me so tete. Or can the BVD so and a proprietary friend saying ownership of software and any easy for her or my training office be is that not enough to show system ni nyedwuma was a copper from
there be
that is not enough.
Yes, it's not enough because any kind when push came to show say or say some of the machines the data are not integrity no call for me you know yeah can said come openly. Let's debate it. They've run away from that debate. They've run away. If we have nothing to hide.
Why should they come and debate? Because if
when the former president was in office, NDC Abraham would say, you debate, you know, on the economy. That wasn't the first time. In the 80s, a champion time.
But many people use it against him. Say, a non-cry is a sign. Say, won't to me,
it's part of our political history. We are always open to listen to the other side. They will say, listen to both sides.
Yeah, well, IPAC. Until they be any debate. There's IPAC. IPAC for Aquacosia.
So IPAC consultant report in me as far as I'm aware. If since then there's any new say yeah the report about me. But as far as I'm aware, IPAC beside say consultant report me you consultant report
Dr. Insiasa, is it possible say betimi new voters register mo betimi the protocols health protocols no aye adwuma say you can say electoral commission for say the omo map calendar dada a mo de ye adwuma say as ba say ye kotwo din na o say kofo bebre aka say dangerous. In fact, NIA 4 year Eastern region kwana bebe so NIA you see me entertain time mo de mu two din inti ade na yenko ahead. Can we register a social distancing?
Yes.
We can do it.
Possible. It's just a protocol.
So can't say Dr. Neo.
Yes, we can do it.
I be anything.
Open say
because doc why na tia na ka say Ghana for so di.
Say go for bank. Ko yiska. Omoko ko yiska free ATM. The same method.
Doc, can you the same method?
Why is not the same?
You go trade din. And say okoyi sika free ATM and our bank. Maybe I control the who say na nipa bebe wo.
So you control the crowd.
Into be control ni say.
Say nipa 25 no so mtito. Ghana up say control crowd very simple. I saw it. Remember? I saw it when I saw it when we went to the airport. First day, we were quarantine. First day, we couldn't control them very much. Second day, you call national security for the Nkonya CC. Obi atra Konya so. To tra Konya so the next move. Do so never for women akọ. Do so never for women akọ. Do never for women.
Dog,
that's a simple method.
Obi atna we is no sorry. If you are corona ni or the aside then the next phase.
It's clean.
Let's be careful.
It's clean.
It's any Obi sorry. You have to sanitize the seat before the next person comes.
Is it not possible to sanitize?
Yeah, but no say extra cost to dog.
Is it not possible to sanitize? How much is the sanitizer?
Me, I
the fact I told you that life should go on. Corona will come and corona will go. If there's coronavirus, you said it. In our constitution, me constitution can say. I'm saying there's nothing like say us a vote.
Yes.
Yeah, what's it
Yes.
During corona, there are some countries who have done their elections.
Yeah, South Korea.
South Korea.
Oh, about 20
so you
South Korea, and Ghana mate in South Korea, dog.
Oh, Mali for election.
Our crown name.
Yes. They did about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So if you have the will to do anything, to do a credible election, and whatever goes into credible election, oh yeah, credible, transparent, free, fair election, you can do it. You come and ask, and then we tell you all what you're supposed to do, protocol-wise, and then you follow it. That's all, and you can do the election.
Yeah, but doc,
you can do whatever you want to do.
Lawyer suggests say voters register that no cry to me use and then I said the bear corona no so ntre enko kabinti ye use that no.
I'm not going to that direction. The direction I won't say the EC knows what the old register is. The EC wants to have a new register. The EC wants to register people before the elections. So they will put all these things into perspective. They will put all the protocols in place and do it as to. The fact say your coronavirus and just say BBSC. Into lawyer, me no nyadwen was hard no. Until we should allow them, they will come out of their protocols near who say way nebe. Say be a BB chill, be a health was a be higher near. We advise them.
You bet me I be nkofo atena so bi atena se a na sanitize akonwa no na fofo asan ba betena.
And no kra na be and transfer no any how to move no and be ma nkofo go pi nkofo cover.
Now the doctors back every polling station.
You don't need to take a doctor into any polling station.
You want to be observe.
See doctor be anyhow.
But we are doctor. We are doctor. No, we are doctor.
Okay, come in here doctor be anyhow. But you do programs. I don't know when your program here.
But one say nipa na wo ha na different o. For example, ya ma nipa na wo. One say nipa ebi wo ebi ente ase wo ade no yare no. Yete ekwa bebre so omo nyini.
Me say.
Nti so okọ be ekwa bi ase a nipa dọọso na de okọ every populated area bi ti say bi ahama na o say we enko tena se owi a na we akọ tena se. Also wo adwuma ye na wo gya ho no ba nti wo be na manage say social distance say ebi awon hwe yare for back de ba no all the best sign for registration
then we should not even vote.
I said voting in November from now to November.
Now when I say by severe coronavirus or what by now be at
by November would have learned a lot, would have adjusted, and then there are vaccines coming. Vaccines are coming.
People have voted by November. There will be no vaccine.
From the way the trials are going,
no vaccine. At least
trials never conduct.
Vaccine takes a long time. But how vaccine? No, because one so still a usura vaccine or and vaccine or usuru.
And I know that's a different case.
And the lawyer, the mechanic say, let them come out of their program.
Okay.
Let them tell us the procedure they are going to use to have a very credible. I'm very eager to see a very credible register. I the betwaba. I china winka say corona no ba any kofa sa near cry peninsul near koye. Let them do their job.
But the major stakeholders I won't say
who are the main stakeholders? Who are the major
NDC said they don't have a problem.
Who are the major stakeholders?
I said NDC, that's the opposition party.
They don't have a program
of what? In fact, Electoral Commission one so. Yama Miss we are not head of public affairs. Emma Electoral Commission no. Auntie Sylvia, Pacho, good morning Anope.
Good morning, let's say.
Me Pacho Nyanko Padum now so
Right.
You bomb pies will be answered here or Electoral Commission.
Radiadum, yeah.
But you mean say Electoral Commission more calendar be a my plan. The patron mo plan still and I'm not going. For now, no. I can say anything be no, the timetable. The sugar. We communicate with all our main stakeholders. For example, general public. We are NCS, you know, see at each point in time. So there will be BRA, all stakeholder, no, or they getting involved because elections over here man to employ a collective responsibility. If you were honor it. And then I just say, about one, we are on course. Said we are kind of rough, we are on course.
Yeah, uncle.
Okay. Now just say, and a date in us, more you bet me the question date for now because of corona and anything and maybe that's a question we know.
Men can say the minimum use a constitution mono 7th December. Sadam there was a swabber. Na Sadam no Sujina Homa, you know, I am Marano. It was a edition. na anamo bi niema bi wo ho say to anamo eye to say registration to say exhibition to say filing of nominations is niema ni nyina niema ni nyina na make say timetable no ente be be pia bon but registration is there nyame nchade e be ba so but we see any mature dia and then the bibia da na kwem pepe first one no the be sure say shebo the general public and all stakeholders say yeah say nyina registration centers na ebe di dumano ebe ma Ghana for United States we be super pepe we would like to appeal to the general public so we are soon in the deal so na the idea no because we are going to be very strict.
Auntie Sylvia said, wait, they said the president can say we are not in normal times. And it's a registration also said the Okasa Yamicha the Beba Soa. Not in normal times, so Mobile then Abaso Bria COVID away.
Mr. We see a co bank. The transactions so we use ATM Ukwa press in Yama. You so one for supplying and find it. We use sanitizers near the safety protocols for why I was here so. We go about our daily activities. So, what's channel? Salasa now. We also say, hey, and you're gonna zoom into the registration center and look, visualize the activity that goes on at each registration center. We're going to say, Nipa, I Nipa, it also be very to be more by. And at each point in time, I can assure you, sir, make sure that Nipa including all the officials on the Digumano and 25. So we abide by the safety protocols spelled out by the Ghana Health Service and then by the Ministry of Health.
And no, na lawyer and other people raise concerns. Say one way, yeah, they say ya enim. Oko market ko Ghana for aso edin. Yentumi ntitentemo. Ye complaining some of the markets ya tum ni ade. Nti enka mo timetable ya mo so mo de bebe nka mo nto mo bona nka mo nya limited registration epe. But they okay they all purchase a full registration and ye for new one meboa.
The limited registration the registration total replacement to the registration center. Now registration centers, all say nipa and also and we also make sure say the nipa ko dom crampo no amafo kono. Said you end the restricted area now. Who say nipa wait ha no. The whole crampo no, some of them are doing so well. Electoral commissioner said you organized institution in accordance with regulations there is no way in terms of safety. We'll make sure say all the safety protocols now Ghana phone now be safe. Whether it's a limited registration, whether it's even the election itself, no. We must remember when we must visualize the whole thing. Let's say, but we are credible register. All the processes are going to be transparent. All the political parties are going to be involved in every step of the way. Every step of the way we will involve the political parties.
Okay.
So being Kanana and electoral commission and being the party. They must so that. Into Obianka and Kumanto, you may Mumian Kambum, Yen Juma, Nagana, and Fanny Tuma.
Auntie Sylvia, what is say now NDC chairman here are some of example for more press conference on Mukase as a chinchinia mo pese mu AD and I bet o mampani in the party said they won't mess back kunya so it say enka complaints on mama and confirm some on my complaining about including lawyer Martin Pebo ka say any normal times ndika mo fa sa new register no kwan kwache ebefofo na say chinchinia mo pese mo yentu o kan say they okay say collusion as a money aban ye kanana any allegations be we pese o kan sa statement am dey buy in response to the NDC accusing mo no
collusion baby. Collusion baby say Electoral Commission, the process is now very transparent. Right from the scratch, registration, exhibition, printing of ballot papers, we involve them. Bibia doors are open. Inti obi wo issue kra na otumi ba electoral commission by international. You IPAC. To me address the issues near there. Inti sabio agentere na no nkyerɛ sɛ yen so de so say ya ebe ma yenya credible register no yen we continue to pursue our mandate. A constitution the amaye no. So if all the pieces of advice in the back, the also say Ghana for and that's exactly what we're doing.
And then I say Auntie Sylvia, so we are not Ekasama Electoral Commissioner. Why you so many years, almost 30 years. Because I'm away there. You media nina maybe too no. Na reportable Electoral Commission office or any other places into you be watching with Momo Tejman. So say, I'm the protocols in Abbey. My Bobby send the question business as I say, Electoral Commission bet me at Trodi. I'm the protocols in a year, Juma, any other name as a phone call. Ada na Dr. Siasa say there be na so for kwa no mbeto nyom no mbeye hiribaba na hwan e na masala chi kra ye manko for but electoral commission there onko ba council ma menye wo comment on the electoral commission because wo kan omo concerns we say we no so omo beye enche ko omo the timetable be omo obey emra no regulations ni nyina. Is that not enough?
Vim lady my yenye there be answer there was this side or car say limited voters registration or say new one no on the dimran so but say at least to just make sure that we understand each other no me interest say limited voters registration no and for man for be brain co put easy as so yet to say new voters register so we said last year we had limited registration and they got over 1 million people just last year yeah over 1 million
for more after nobody 18 years
yes okay. From all indication, this year, no, the number will be small, or even if not, whatever it is, we are not looking at more than 3 million people. It's not possible, right? If last year, Omunya 1 million, this year cannot be more than 3. Look at managing about 3 million, at least for these purposes. Any managing about 17 million, some will say register now has about 17 million names. Can you imagine? Look at managing about 7, of course, you say be a wuni. Even your test crab, even 13 million crab. Can you imagine managing 13 million people as against managing about 3 million? I mean, look at the vast difference. It's in the stress, you per easier choice, or more modern. They should use the old register. So that as long as we have life, we can always do a new register. Now, we even take time and make sure, say, through public deliberation, debate, this time we'll get such a robust system, say, after 8 years, no more being some Regina has said, Miss Amra and register to vote. No. Look at some of the advanced countries. Register no more use now. They've used some for decades. Obian some new register. Oh, by your crown every 8 years now, there's so much distrust. Oh, it's just too much.
But council, I'm manage elections or say on use.
Council, I question. Was it 3 million? Any 17 million? 3 million no. Omo registration or how many centers?
Limited registration.
Omo year no how many centers?
Oh, so naturally I'm expecting that since
no, Omo year no I'm say electoral commissioner for
offices, district offices,
yes. But the 70 million people are cannot. You be in number thousands of polling stations.
So I'm expecting that those thousands will use it for the limited
polling stations.
Yes, I'm expecting that use the same facilities for this limited because of the corona.
So why don't you build a robust? Because the problem is in every polling station, there are not more than 500 voters in a polling station. Are you
yes,
are you aware of that?
There's a way we can reason.
And you know, let me finish. And you know that the vote registration, and you 1 day.
Yes.
So over a period of
2
time.
weeks, another 3 weeks.
Yes.
And if we have 500 people, and it's going to be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
How many per day? So this day, Nipa say neighbor, Obanan Kunyane or Hono, I am ma. Nipa by 25 for area, the following day, Nipa 25 bar. Omuyan 10 days, I say. Omuyan 14 days, I say. Enti, Nipa say, You see, when things can be done, that's why I'm telling you that Ghana is not the first country. The Obayana say the most important thing protocols. We can say, I don't know registration. Now, sorry, the moment sorry. Makacho say we are not the measures. You know, there will be easing of the measures. But anybody, also need protocols. So protocols for everything. So when abaya sabaya will be born home by. Tino Kaya no, omo the beba. Abe Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service protocols on the go. If they are following the protocols, so far as health-wise is concerned, we will make sure that the protocols are followed.
That me from my experience, it's not easy. If you are
what experience?
We've been here.
What experience?
Register. I'm not for Kodaho.
What experience?
2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah, it's because
even identification authority for registration. Maybe say basic the document to me and show me deal.
Yes.
Because of that,
and then in future, and then in future, we are loyal. What's your don't risk. In future, no. What happens is that if you have any health insurance, health insurance, and our casa brochire, voters register for a long time. It is not wholly true. What Abroche the Omo say, if you do voting, so then they send messages and letters to everybody. Those who want to vote, you go there and then put your name on that current register and vote. That one may happen in Ghana when the NIA cards na come.
Okay.
Because Canada no more vote. Because maybe I'm a bad thing. I see up an a polling station.
Okay.
But who's any page now?
Obia Brochenko.
Obia the
no, put him say Brochenko. They about to here.
Obia the car do her not vote to baby. And then it's electronic voting. Na ticket. Ti here's a obey na ho. Aha no. And I'm say Afia ni ya say. Maka say ye ku anim kama. First I say sa ballot box opaque tuntum no hu de omu. And Afia be transparent. And ye ku anim. Every step that you take is a new step which brings a lot of clarity a lot of
but doc adena unuanom kra doctors bi ka say we de be ayentu abu na ye pese ye mfa akwanche nya adwuma na ye nya registration no aden
Minya doctor for no the health aspect. Yes. They say yes. Lockdown no.
Yes.
And I'm can say will be a fair no
social health implication.
Social medical and me vote kura.
Oh. They be say eno dey work chire.
Adena
December.
December is too dangerous.
Only the basic December. We are not God.
And oka say duru okra na dangerous ayento.
Sentinel.
Yeah, me chire say.
Oh, doc.
You're the first country. You be elections. You're the first country elections during Corona period.
Okay.
People have done it. We also study from them and then let life go on.
Doc, mami ko amana so na me aviation minister Doc Kofi Adan etwetwe enkomo. Honorable, good morning.
Morning, lady. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm not too bad, except I haven't seen or heard from you for a long time.
You see, because
you tell you we met?
You have blocked the airport, so we cannot see you. How can we see you when you have blocked the airport?
Oh, don't worry. The boys can go over the airport.
So, Honorable, but we understand that, like Dr. Nsiasara has already indicated this morning, that we must go back to normal life eventually. And we understand recently you were at the airport to inspect the facilities. Are you opening up the airports?
We are making preparations to ensure that when we do open, everything is in order, that the health protocols are in place, and that people's lives are secured. Those are the preparations we're making.
I see.
Until things really settle down, we will not be able to get any sense of where the president stands. So the president will finally have to rule on that.
Okay.
But for now, our job is to make sure we put all the mechanisms in place to ensure that lives are protected.
But are you able to tell us when the opening will happen?
No, I cannot do that for now. We want to try and, within the month, ensure that things are in place. But as to the timing, I cannot say.
Okay.
I think it depends in part on what the health professionals tell the vice government. It also depends on the final decision that government would have to take. But we would have to give them some conviction that indeed, if they do open the airports, we can secure whatever needs to be secured at the airport.
Honorable, so you spoke about...
One important thing I have to say here is that the airports work, two ways or multiple ways. Somebody has to come to our airport and we have to go to another airport. And so it's not just about us.
whatever we put in place here, we must be sure that other airports have the same mechanism there. For instance, as we speak, if you go to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, they seem to have gotten things under control in a way that they are approved by their government, which means that if we do a similar thing between the two airports, we can certify that whoever is coming from Abu Dhabi or Dubai has gone through the right processes and is coming out to be negative and will be accepting that person in Ghana. Same way, we should be able to convince them that we're going through the protocols and that we'll be able to certify those who are going from here that they'll be certified as being negative as far as that's concerned. So it's not just about preparations in Ghana, it's also about preparations at the other airports, those who are going to come here from those airports and those who are going to go from this airport.
So, Doc, you spoke about preparation. So, can we know what preparation are you spraying? We've seen that there was some spraying exercise and disinfection exercise at the airport. What are the protocols? Because as we know, a lot of Ghanaians are also stuck abroad and they want to come home. They can't wait to get home. So, what exactly are you doing? And how can we be sure that we will actually be safe?
Well, we're going by the protocols set by the government of Ghana. They also look at the international practices and try to adopt those protocols and make sure that whatever gadgets, whatever instruments, whatever chemicals or liquids or whatever we have to use, PPEs and so on, all those things are available and then we can utilize them properly. So once all those things are there, then we'll make sure that everything goes through. Before you enter the airport, before boarding, and going through the check-in and what have you, your luggage and so on and so forth, what it goes through, and then on boarding, what will happen on the aircraft, and then when we disembark at the other side, what you have to go through. Right now, what we have in terms of simple processes, the hand washing takes place. The thermometer gun is used on you to make sure your temperature is not exceeding the level that is set. And then you go to the aircraft. Before you climb up the stairs, the aircraft, you show that you've got the disinfectant liquid in your bag or pocket, what have you. And then when you get to the aircraft, there's also a process to go through. Those we are applying within the domestic arrangements. So we need to keep enhancing that when we have to go global or international.
Okay,
so those mechanisms are in place now as we speak. But the disinfection and fumigation was done to clean up all of the possible viruses that might be on the floor, on the walls, on the counters, and so on and so forth. All those things were done before we started domestic flights. Indeed, the airlines came anxious to fly, but I had to put a hold on that for 2 weeks until we went through this whole process before we opened up the airport for them. In about a week, by next weekend, we'll assess the whole situation carefully and see how we are performing against the protocols set by the health professionals.
Okay, Doc, I want to ask you about any investment into the airlines, because as you said, they are now observing social distances, which means that they won't be able to make the amount of money that they want to make around the world. Even Virgin Airlines, with the almighty owner being a billionaire, they are asking for support from government. Is there any money that you have assigned to these companies, airlines?
So the government is aware that we might have support in some form. But for now, just to give you a sense of what the situation is in Ghana, the aircrafts that are flying between Accra, Marseille, Accra, Tamale, we take half of the number so that there's a seat in between two passengers, which simply means that they're going to lose half of their money. If that goes on for so long, it means somebody has to help. Someone has to be able to support it, or they have to increase the cost of the tickets. So those are things we're examining, and will all come down to what the Minister of Finance can also support us, and that's going to be very difficult to do. If we are fairly sure that we can have them have a full load that's sitting next to each other and not compromise any protocols, that too can bring down the cost that they're bearing against the revenue that's been lost to them.
Okay, but Honorable, just before you go, we understand that there's a contract you have awarded at airport to set up, like I think it's a spraying system where anybody who goes to the airport will have to go through that, disinfect their whole body before they are allowed into the contract in the airport. Is that the case?
There's a proposal from a company called FCD Worldwide that did not go through the test because the
governing board of the Ghana Airport Company found their proposal very expensive, and they would not take that on board. Besides, the proposal that was presented for them was more on luggage, on vans, on cargo than on passengers. It was totally different. It was different from disinfecting the persons or the passengers. They were looking at cargo, the cargo vans, the facilities there, physical facilities rather than the human beings, rather than passengers.
Okay.
So if that's a proposal they brought on board, and that was not considered or approved, it was considered but not approved by the Ghana Airport Company Governing Board, certainly will not go through. And that's where we are with that. But when the domestic airlines came and wanted to start flying, they had to quickly disinfect the airport and make sure that we institute all the things that have to be there. And that we did quite well with the almighty Zoom line, I guess I'll say, just to be sure that they start flying on the 1st of May. Okay. So any other thing that they are hoping to do, the so-called sophisticated equipment that they want to bring, that will take care of all the equipment and the baggage and so on and so forth. That's something that's not been concluded. Okay. So effectively, we have no contract with LCD worldwide.
Okay.
There's no existing contract. They do have a contract with the harbour, the harbour at Takwari. That contract was entered into by the Minister of Transport and Minister of Health. It had nothing to do with Minister of Aviation.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, Honorable, let me thank you this morning for speaking to us.
My pleasure.
Openi a won na ye so afo hwe aviation na se wiem hwe adwuma no so ne ne twetwe enkomo a ona bo chem se o ma ye hwehwe a te no life will go back to normal ubetime to kwan so far kra no mo kokuma se tamale secondary o munyina akodada nti eno no nti ye ba ye wrap it up no se airport ko normal there obi so question se aden na ya ka ye ntumi nko normal but doc nsi asa your question na before aye be ko no airport ko se emo se o mo ko normal but the strict protocols and a yeduma. But again, airport nipa ba ho no esnomo. Ena ho de o ba baby a enclosed place betimi control. Normally your police station na de yeduma Ghana ha no. A school dem, asori dem, imfichire ene ye. Ho na council no ne nkofo e wo problem say. Ho de untumi control. And free say ye democracy ye started say ye 1992 e ye adwuma. Ye nyina enum say police station bi eni wa obekwa wunya nipa bro 50 nti therefore so say ho ko betima normalize no ade na asori dem so de omo tumi nko be 30 no so ntetintem ana biye ba so omo nko no ntetintem ana top ba so omo nko no ntetintem enye double standards na ye no
enye double standard Afia obeka ya president kasa last week Sunday no oka say o extend the ban on social gatherings or they call up to the end of the month.
But and no president ko program with Masio.
Oko bie oko kate ofanoche
na social gatherings so say no be no ana
any social gathering.
And no social gathering.
Any social gathering. I mean work of government should go on. One career social gathering.
But you kate so no any social gathering.
Oh nipa na ho.
No nipa na ho no.
No mo do.
O me say.
No bro so kakra o.
O me say okay.
No ye yi.
Okay no mako.
Ma de na ye they are surprising me kakra ye omo de aso no bofo no. Ho de na say omo
me ho say nipa bia say sa me obi apeso ko gina afidi.
Obi apeso ko gina president.
Say no obi aso bo otum for kra bo mask.
Yes.
No friend ntuma bo mask.
Opem so no yes, go share mask. Yes.
Insanity.
Which is a very interesting look. Me feel say the otum for share mask ko so mu twa no de billboard.
O mo twa be de billboard. Mask go bia he.
Sir.
Ti de o mo ne say okaye no. And I'm can say life should go on. Life after COVID. Life even before say because say pandemic no kono de na be ye. But hwa krobia we say obia release easy or more sanctions on the buy. Was the first one be a total lockdown. It be easy. Oba mo ye lockdown chair pa Wuhan. China for no me chair because no money e ni bresama ba. Till after that no. Oba hwa is a country where easy there, where easy there. Obo hwa o easy say kra no. Figures no cost. Germany. They don't have zero figures. E cost but people are not getting sick.
Okay.
We are following German for starters. We are tracing, testing and isolating and treating. Sana yomo ye enti de ye say I ne akuku nyina sorry for ne Ministry of Region and Chieftaincy Affairs akoshia ahemfo akoshia transport for me say transport kwa ekra ko ya fe ne ne asorefo no mpanimfo no be hia wo mo ya kache so obia anko draw emfa proposal amra de opese wono a etimi a madwinu obeye na wo de ba na ye ne a science for ne doctor for ho no ya hwe ye da to other places asore say me kache say America be wo ho a won't be kasa umbakwa asore ba obi odi 65 and above bia
memma sorry
obo also a bia soro ne kra ni pepi nko obo ha wonko ko odwene no ho ti epesi ehu ni nyina nipa dodo a ebewo edem ho odi number ne ya bia na soro no so obo ko obeka say kra be nya asore wo asore dem bi meye no park so
okay open places
e bit matete entem ti ni nyina ho enti enye dako ene ye sa de no
enti de by be June de na e mo bi
as I said me nka say June president Nebeka ono odi anim odi
cabinet receipt mo amada
ono odi measures ne ba measures odi be ba no be free Eura president obey broadcast room aka kire ye de ye nyina be hu say de tina me kan say life enye the same throughout life should be easing near coso because coronavirus no covid no ye pe o mpo I bet say swine fever I bet say malaria ni bibia nti o se pe kwa ya bitimi and lead life within coronavirus. But some na me kan enti obia edi
omde to say malaria. Doc, the way doc you are taking it too easy. E obi say me nya doctor
but me say any abetra.
Oh.
Enti after some time when the pandemic is over, lawyer, team you when the pandemic is over no. It doesn't mean say virus ni Ghana and I say new year. Once a while no sana epidemic biate virus sana viral illness no ehwa na unity corona is one of the 6 family of coronaviruses SARS-CoV-2 no one of them and one mutating one changing no aba eti obi ani ebi an asan mutating no bi mo ba yam friend no SARS-CoV-2 bi enti ewo ha enti ye bedi akire ye wo sentinel size ebe ye obi ba no wo call fever ne nema nema ne taking the samples
yeah but the lawyer can just say mo shut down funny serious
me funny serious channel me funny serious channel because e bia wo de ho odin bia me ho odin bia me immunity wo soro be bia na afuate ho na bia o bibi won ho abo se afuanya bia no
na de
no ko that is why it is very 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 serious and important because infectivity rate is high we bet my ade asa obi abra wonim se wo obi
okay
tina ma na ye hu no
okay
enti afuade ye nyina ne se ye hwe obia protocols ti duru so tama ebi ye nyina ye hu se ye do tama be se easy sanctions nkakra na se measures nkakra wa ha no ne ya hwe protocols no
amode aye adwuma
yes bia see fa ye adwuma ena electoral commissioner na kan ye no eduru se o mpese o mu ye registration na se o mu ye elections na we na so ye no me ye adwuma obeka se bia ni bia o mu ye no nipa na ye no se Ghana ha na ye pe o ye mpo emre duru ye no se woka ye kan first ya kichiri nkofo kwa do bi court because bibi se emma na ba ha ye be chiw
but no so we just can actually say a reasonable law
enti we are moving in a direction where they are being cross at the discipline e by mu say be very disciplined in this country na yetimi aye niema o se ye na niema na ye tefu sana enti asoro fo nto mbo ase obi anto no bo ase university fo nto mbo ase
ko bebe so internet no addition nkoso
is a internet addition no say na say Eura education minister ka sim na ye me de pa o se now education we are going everybody is going more digitized education
okay
so to be a bit matana dem ha na wo yi na wo sua de wo ko anwumra ene one sorry team na bia nka wo ye wo TV wo ti wa you laptop ho na wo ye adwuma say we nya PhD
my PhD no na me pe final comment on this but it's a be fa NCA case say in this COVID era here dey nkofo ko yi what are they going to do there and because that means can some of the issues say case ke be come as a brain idiot here
and before NCA kro be die no ya papa chief justice eni ebu a o ma circular say at this time no judge say hwe no ma bail as part of bail you listen bail after conviction okay I believe based on the circular and then the cost of prisons or more brand they can apply.
But bail after conviction, they say you buy for a week crown. You bet me am bail.
Yes.
Because it's a COVID ni betwum.
Yes, because the last time me say Omusi holding center. See the be ya say for a long time no under this COVID no. You find prisoners na maybe because Musro say the omo back court e bia na obi akotibi na afi odi akosan nkaifo no. They say afi no more prepare holding center so that you nye the upie back court fe and you do kwa unko hotel no obeka kwese holding center or ni eyi. So the prison service itself is stressed, okay? So being in the circumstances, NCF they can ask for bail.
But I know just say NCF for na convict omo ko busa bail. Omo apply and sign a court there. Okay.
You have to apply.
Okay. I didn't know say CJA bibisa.
Yeah, there's a circular.
Okay.
You see, and I also yanka say ni interbebuai and say your mom bail ni. Okay, say see ye tumpo iPhone ye kura okay, it means we are making progress. We could do criminal law no there you see 1960 law after the say 1960 tade but criminal law na ke chire kakra se nipa ni so kwa appeal on say judge ne ka say yenji omoja pade kakra nto oji je pade kakra to mani bail mani kwa appeal owie na say anye yia na afi odi na tu ba say odi na kotum na afi okwa appeal owini appeal na afi ahi oh so
but enya we chance say dey mu kan say me hu kwafo bebe money for any other people even me be mama na say crop see say ade na nana do onche ono ani crofo onche ni crofo ba kokra ada na as NDC for me ensa de omo ko emu anu no e no mama examples about crofo ana omo so ye this ye bo omo suspect omo di boni ada na nado omo de omo tifie wi brodo ni cheese
nti wahu say enyina intina ye de number 1 special prosecutor by say eya aban on sent intimi and prosecute on ankasa ne nkrofo because I say because you know internal special prosecutor so that when it's government officers usually he being independent no bit me who bibi and na ne man ni we mu nyina ka internal me personal every 8 years no ma sesemu no because so many penny free where then you can see what
so really every 8 years we auto abasesa ni papra auto abama no 8 nti afi say obet afi 8 do 8 years nti afi de obet wa mananado
usually men can say usually is 8 because mu nyina Ghana for na nyina na ye nye nti we be di 8 years ama ni free ho o free ho na obehu ni akoso any omo aya tete a yentimi prosecute omo we ni free ho so when is 8
the lawyer do won hwe obi programs ne nema wa ye ne ade a wa ye before
no programs is given say almost like autopilot we are all Ghanaians everybody does well MPP ba otwa kwan oye say NDC ba oye bi na kata hihye ne proye no ho na mu nyina mu to sin so every 8 years no kam nipa ne free o na fafoforo no bra na o free ho na na yetimi hu ni akoso because say won nam ha oti hu bebre o ha no won say wan hwe ye obetena radio so na o ka ho asa bra oni nyina so akra obenya defamation suit nti ne yeti wa abontene no kra de kakra bi nti every 8 years no na ama nipa ne ko na fufraba
sorry no ye ma me Francis Esiam ona ye MD o Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing do ko so o chia but o kase ye musa lawyer Emmanuel whether voting day no o mo be manage queues na sesen na on de na adwen che ne se nke be ya Dr. Baumi Amatu ndize Mr. Digital nko fa system bi mra na che se o mo mfa nye digital voting inse nke bia ye be etitai so ewo registration centers awodo no na dwencha ode eba eno sa digital system no so nkofo se nkofo aheda no omde ba omde budget ways and means coefficient policies no omde aba because mass log dey omso omde ko digital nko obi fam no obi sense na ne maame o tie class open mass log bosia ni be da ko digital akwa nkofo se ways and means no omde ba elder okra no Long Island no se Afia kache Dr. Esiasa se me penase passe do nya aboche to tolerate to questions na onya abochecheche mche nkofo no because me say obusa tough questions party why are there pa also omo here live on Facebook na Franklin Kujo eno in fact voter register no watema Dr. Esiasa we kan de why hu ho dosia Franklin Kujo eno no nti doc also no nya dwene 1 second cry
so me no nya dwene 1 second okay so me nya dwene 1 second
Auntie Gladys so North Carolina no see if you me hwe mo in fact Dr. Esiasa to ya de pa nya cheche nsemu pa na sesu Oponse so abusua ne Dr. Afia da abusua breast cancer ene ayifo nyina ka cho mo se ne ye hwe omo pa omo koso no omo nya adwuma yakofo show omo so ne adwuma kese a omo ye Steven enso Ghana group bi omo ye for coronavirus no see in fact doc da kon ye edujen fie ne kasa en wa ya de pa se omo ye Ghana for doctors omo wa broche no omo dwene Ghana hunti omo ye adwuma ma ya de konti the message ode ba o se efia busa doctor Nsiasa ma me say should we minimize behind the scenes no cause see Nsiasa ma so the news that some recovered COVID-19 patients are refusing to leave isolation center no so omo ko mu fie so omo so say yes e be bo omo nse stigma na wo kan wa say ma chase no o se musa o question no e manana doctor ba ko asem a wo ka so efia me dem giri say ye left lockdown in term Kenya san ke bia numbers baby e kono nke entumi enkodu esa don paino oso ndo support Dr. Nsiasa ni asemo kan measures ndi aban na oman hia ne sa ono so no mandate say wo hwe oman na so ti e be ya yenya ma aban na aban measures no de ba so far in America for doctors ikwa eti zoom ka se Ghana ya ade adenti na eye lawyer e be disagree say onye ade anase onde one ne nya adwen ono so ne question ode ba no rainbow kaswa o say I agree with Dr. Nsiasa voters register ehia credible one nenti o say Haruna Tom was your Temakomti 1 side 20 was it Busama no sitting on your right side there Dr. Nsiasa I say one politician or ya na say doctor I say the abai baby was supporting e program so ya also say Kwabi confirm media me hear live from Amsterdam na Ghana doctors are doing a good job pa o de to ye nua no ma wa broche ha na utum say Ghana for no kra no omo ya achen ade achen abroche doctors no wa no e na Asante Gabriel no say doctor we there say this lawyer asama okay wa say me enkoye so you turn around to say that another thing o say I don't believe in him me say the okana since for message mba biem na ye ko say NDC for free 2009 ne ade mo say yes voters register MPP for ko let my vote count mo bo mo wi a mo say me enye voters register for what kind of hypocrisy is that ne de no nti do can for final comment na final comment here so we are time more than 30 minutes ne we are
the American chairman for nyina ne say coronavirus and COVID-19 real yare bia obetimi enye bia unhunu na de sign kofo enti obi eba na yekase epese ye test because obi so ye ne contact akoma ye test na se bia wo ye positive na nche se kufie ko na epese ye de ko isolation center na se ko hospital bia wo yare bia na akọ de omo ne se ebia wo de bibia anye ohun ye odin but umma bi abrewa bi una na abrewa bi ofia na se unua bi a ono ontimi stand COVID-19 no onu mom koye positive awa hwada de ye ne aba ti ye ya enye yare a eye yare sebe unya bi a ne kese ni se okotena ni pemu unya bi ne ye de otranche wo ye positive ne ye hwew na otwemienu ne ye test de dika de test mi edusumienu na ho atowa wa ye clean okofie sebe ya wan fansa obi ti de meka no na emra eyi ne ma ye de egu ho mehye de egu ho wo horo wonsa wo de semana ni nsuo wo horo wonsa wo sanitizer wo de bi ye wonsa ba bi a obesumu bia no obehye o mask so mpacho ye bo a ye mo ni ye obi ahwe de mask ya bo me de no wo de katawa no ene wo hwene ye fa mask no ntu ya bodwe ye fa mask no entwe na wo hwene wo ho na je se wo de akatawa no nko obi also ntimi home wo de ye kakra na wo du ba bi ani pani a na wo yi wo pie firu fie akwa bontena wo nim de wo koy ba bi a wo behia no a bo mask ne ko na obi aso ni die aduane ye kasa mu nidi ye nye aduane bia ne boarding ti se bibi combi fa na se bibi ye kan nyina se kontomire dawa kwan susu e odi bi atwi mu di jene ye ka ho odi enwo kakra bi eguso na odi board ya pesi na se o mentin apesi to obi aye sa na obi anya immunity wo hia se be ya in case bia ebi ekra ba o moje honamu na ye na se wo so wantimi ahwere wonkwa na obi a bompa ya omo bi ma apomudine adwumafo because omo ye adwuma omo ye no o de toto aman pii de ho a na kese ye adwuma pa ti omo mpaye ma obi aso na omo mpaye ma Eura president na obi odi ekon na nimu se be ya betimi aye na ye de ye bubu curve no yes ye flatten curve no ye bubu ni nyina afiri ho na afi ye timi lead a normal life because ye come back na ye lead a normal life so we have a normal social life but cleanliness in the ye manonko.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Doc akasa dia eno right. So let's say so a specialist on who him there. So I support that me for super. And then in addition, no, the best Roman Pinipa say currently under the law sanctions and punishment now. Yedema omo mubu mran so no. A broso. A man for bread. Okay, into a poor man Pinia say. On Franco Parliament na omo titi so. Yen share other countries. South Africa say we busu cry after fine no say do be ko jail maximum 6 months. Busu means maximum mo na say judge no fa won ko bus afi ba ko cry 6 months maximum. But Ghana the minimum 4 years. Ama ye the amount for kutum. Abra I mean it shouldn't be. Okay, ti a poor man penny actually say on na ye amend sa law no say there be ya we can help our fellow citizens, okay? Because yes, I'm an ebro, so I can turn back to buy the government because people get angry. People get angry. It's not their fault. Sure, I don't know. There was this person, 4 of them. You could use a free. You could straight bill, momo. $1 cedi, $4 say. E betun de. Umu inti bian fan my say, oh lawyer, je $1 $4 cross a petrol ni. Inti ahuchiro wa minum. Inti those kind of sanctions na actual parliamentary imposition of restrictions act. They say you. Ebroso do nti e pa man penya atwo say omonya amendment no mon tete so pa say the be ya and now of course as citizens so yes so of course I will add that we should try to live within the law be dia e bi bebu mra no so eno de we can't run away from it.
Asida kese enkomma mpanifo akese no mbebo aya me de critical issues ebra wo nyina ene mfanche se yan shase entem ene ya wi time ni bi so account mfanche production team no ma ya adwuma sa nyankopon ya adoma next week mbasante enka bio e wo critical issues so wo Facebook na wo de wadwenche bi ni ade akwakoto na question bi a yenyi ano a ye de be ma Dr. Siasa relation ye be post you answers on e honom se de ba obe hu asida kese enkomma lawyer Martin Pebu e human right lawyer obi anim na wa ya adwuma che woni legal aid for ye adwuma obo cases bebre wo mayima. He's one of the lawyers who will go down in history as human rights lawyers are more fighting for human rights pa Dr. Insiansare so Dr. Kesia specialist chief executive officer Konfanochi teaching hospital and as you see also presidential advisor for apomode hu nsem so Jubilee House ono so enya adagye tutu ne nine fat na odu akra sana obi akra me kra me duru anum say oba ba cheche nsem say dey ba COVID-19 no ye betimi atians ensemati which means what Kesia say adwuma oye no he has a responsibility towards Ghana for na omuti and what one adwuma no abusiafo ye fesi aseda kese nkoma mpanifo enu omotwetwe nkoma telephone so electoral commission minister of aviation ne doctors omufia America nom ne MPs ne ade nyina ye fe me fi okua nyakopon ya adoma ye be san to aso game.